as the Spurs went into Detroit and beat them 114-103, improving to 41-16 on the season. Devin Vassell paced him with 28 points, going 7 of 11 from behind the arc, while Wemby added 21 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Up next on the trip, Toronto will take on the Raptors tomorrow night. In the NFL, Dallas Cowboys executive vice president and son of Jerry, Steven, said the team will franchise George Pickens in the next week at a projected $28 million fully against the cap. He reiterated they want him in Dallas and are hopeful to get the deal done. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Happy Tuesday. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal and affable host, AJ Hoffman. And to my left, the man who just laughed at the idea that I'm a likable person. Mr. Rob Thompson. Good morning, Rob.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing.
We all heard it.
I'm laughing with you.
We all heard it, friend. We all heard it. Hey, I'm a nice guy.
See, that's the affability we all love. How you doing, Vic?
I'm doing good.
You've been locked in the '90s in there. What are you mixing in there?
No, I just found some more music.
Did you find a vault?
Yeah, I have endless music. I'm telling you, I have hard drives everywhere. Once music started going digital, I started recording vinyl and for years and years, and yeah.
It sounded like you found about 1995.
How busy were you guys? Like, because for me, when like Napster came out, it was in my wheelhouse. Like I was of the age where I was the perfect age of person to understand how to use computers for good, and which meant like stealing music.
Yeah.
How much free music did you guys take in that
era? As much as I could download.
Okay.
I was kind of working in radio and in video gaming, so I was around a lot of people that were into that stuff.
Okay.
But I never knew exactly what I was doing, but I was just following directions. So, LimeWire was my. Yeah. I was on LimeWire a lot.
I have a LimeWire folder, Napster folder.
And it would take 10 minutes a song.
Oh yeah.
On the dial-up connection.
Good old days.
I was thinking the other day about like most kids now, like my kids don't know what an iPod is. And
that's awful.
Dude, that was was so amazing.
Oh, it was so great. And now in hindsight, it's stupid because I've got Apple Music on my phone and I can listen to any song in the world, own it if I own it or not.
Right.
But I will always say the thing that pissed me off the most about having an iTunes account was it could be one letter capitalized, one not, but you'd have like 15 different versions of the same band, and they like you couldn't find this. Oh, that's because you didn't spell Beastie Boys with a capital B. It's you got to go down. That's the other one. That part used to drive me crazy. But whoa, what a time it was!
Oh,
what a time!
There were 3 versions, and I remember I got the maxi one that you could actually. It even had a screen on it. You could kind of watch a video that was like 4x4. You could like watch a movie. This was before the iPhone had hit the world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! It was Dick Tracy futuristic Jetson stuff.
Yep. And then I figured out you could use programs that were very similar to Napster, file sharing programs, and when you download it, boobies
all over the place.
Boobies.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Metallica got mad.
Yeah, Metallica got mad.
Yeah, and then the owner of Napster, I think, went on stage, right, with a Metallica shirt or something.
Lars got really upset about it. It's just
you're
Lars
stealing our money.
And,
man, we're just trying to be working for a living here, man.
What's the Facebook movie?
The Social Network.
The Social Network, and you find the inner workings of the founders of this whole social media network, and they all knew each other.
Oh, yeah.
They're all giving advice to each other. Look where they got us.
Look where it got us. Mark Zuckerberg ruling the world.
Paying monthly for Apple Music. That's where we ended up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, while we got
way
that,
better, though.
which
It's
the
way
world
better.
is the world is better. The world is not better for Twitter.
I didn't want to pay $3
no.
a song.
Twitter's hell.
Yeah, that whole part of things we didn't do a very good job.
Remember
of
you
that.
paid for ringtones?
Oh yeah, I remember buying ringtones.
You can't even get ringtones now,
I
can
know.
you?
I think so, but
Well, now when you hear them,
them,
you're like, really? Ringtone? Your
Yeah.
phone rings?
Mine
What's
just
wrong with you?
buzzes. I don't even have like a. Mine doesn't make a noise ever.
Yeah, your phone makes a noise, and you talk into it. Really? You guys, you actually talk into your phone.
Yeah.
I only watch television and type on mine.
Oh, well, there are the newer generation who talk on their phone like this.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Hey, can you hear me? Or what's going on, man?
Put that damn thing up to your ear as it was.
What's for
invented to do.
dinner? Okay, yeah, man. I'll just see you later. Oh, I can't believe she did that. What a bitch.
I was on. You know when you land and everybody's trying to get off the plane and you're at the way back, and everybody gets on the phone to call their ride.
Hey, I'm on the ground.
Well, the poor woman behind me called her best friend, and you know you're trapped. You're literally trapped on the plane. You can't go anywhere. And she had it on speaker, and her poor beloved brother had died in jail.
Oh.
And she had been flying. Oh, I got the whole story. And, you know, I'm just trying to get off the damn plane. I just want to get off the plane, and I have to hear this whole terrible story of this woman's brother who died in jail. And she was trying to fly from Detroit to San Antonio and got stuck somewhere, and she was walking too many miles. And my bunions are working. I got the whole story on the speakerphone of this poor woman. And her bunions.
Now the woman,
her dead brother.
Okay, so it was the woman on the phone whose brother died.
It was the one behind me whose brother died, but she was giving the whole story to the person that was coming to get her. I got to hear the whole thing about. There was this wretched, terrible story that she's just announcing to everybody around us, and with every other passing thing about how he was strung out on drugs and all this other kind of stuff. Buddy, you could just hear everybody go, "Oof." It gets worse. Ooh. Did she say bunion? She said bunion.
And you don't have headphones, you say?
You don't. You can't hear her. Because I can. Anyway.
You don't have headphones.
That's the game you play, crazy or on the phone.
Did y'all have a Razor phone?
Oh, yeah.
My kids did. I drove straight into the iPhone.
Oh, okay.
Until the giant Samsung started.
You never had a BlackBerry?
I did have a BlackBerry.
Okay,
but I had a BlackBerry, then I had the BlackBerry Pearl, which is a piece of crap. Probably killed the whole company. And then the iPhone hit.
I had a BlackBerry Pearl, too.
With that little roller ball in the middle of it?
Yeah. Also in about, I'd say, 2002 or 3, did you guys ever go through the phase of having Nextel?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
It was like a walkie-talkie.
That you could talk around the country. You could talk anywhere in the country on a walkie-talkie.
But only with other people who had Nextel,
and it had
which ended up being really stupid.
And it had that weird every time. I couldn't.
And after about a year, I was like, "This is the dumbest thing." Like,
I don't like this.
I don't have any friends who have this, and I'm like,
or your wife could just come on the speaker at any moment.
Except I didn't have a wife.
What are you doing?
Like,
what are you doing?
Where are you? No, that was a bad idea.
Who's that?
Yeah, I did have that for a while.
I see those advertised on cable periodically.
Oh, yeah,
the nationwide walkie-talkie. Like, you don't want that.
You don't want that. We've tried it.
No.
We've tried it.
We did that. It's like CBs.
Yeah.
It was fun for a minute, but no, you don't want that.
Although I had my grandma actually had a police scanner.
Oh, my grandfather sat with a police scanner and a CB at night. That was his entertainment.
Oh yeah, I liked that. I'd be like, what's that mean? What's that code? My grandma had a code, a code sheet. This is my mama who smoked Winston's and drank Bud Light.
My grandmother dipped snuff,
and she played cards and listened to the damn
Earl's at it
police
again.
scanner all night.
Earl's at it again. I've got a 1017 over there behind the second pack.
That's where I learned 187. I was like, oh wait, they used that in the song. That's what that meant.
She lived in a terrible little. She lived in Beeville, Texas, down the road.
Beeville,
sad place,
beautiful downtown Beeville, Texas. This is before the prison.
Pre-prison. This is when
before they were good jobs.
I think the prison used to be an Air Force base.
It was. It was the Air Force base.
Or no, the naval base. It was naval base. Naval base. Yeah. And she'd sit there all night, just like, oh, they got him. They're gonna get him. That was good times, man. We can't get that anymore. I want to be now. It'd be called hacking. or breaking
No,
in.
I think you can still buy scanners.
Can you? You can,
so.
But you can't hear the police channels. They're on encrypted channels now, I think.
Well, how do all the?
You need a special.
I've watched the
module,
movie
probably.
Night Owl, or it was Creeper, whatever they are. The guy that
With
those
Jake
guys,
Gyllenhaal?
They have the. Don't they have scanners?
I don't know.
Don't
I
all
don't
the
know.
cars have scanners?
I don't know how it works anymore.
I think you can actually buy those.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
And a host of
I should get
top
one,
and
then.
robber movies, you can buy them.
I should get one.
You get them on the dark web.
And that way they know if the crime's around your neighborhood.
That's right.
You know if they're coming, if the bad guys are coming.
Well, the Express, the papers publish the hot spots,
Yeah.
so that's somehow it's out there.
You think you live in a hot spot?
I do. I'm the crime-ridden area.
You and I live in high crime.
Yeah.
Vic
I
is
live in a volcano.
very
Hard,
safe.
Scrabble
Very
streets.
safe where Vic is.
I live in a volcano, man. It's awful.
The great thing about Vic's neighborhood is nobody's got
See.
anything left to steal.
I know rough. Vic. Vic, I know rough neighborhoods. You don't live in a rough neighborhood.
No, it's nice.
You live
Yeah,
in a
it's
fun.
good.
I
It's
know rough
fine.
neighborhoods. You don't
well,
live in a rough neighborhood.
I live in a neighborhood where me and maybe about 4 other people just within looking distance, we're actual homeowners. Everyone else are renters.
Really?
Yeah, so we always see new people.
You're the anchors to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well,
And y'all
you
look out
You
for
pull
each
into
other.
your neighborhood. It's not like everybody. You can see windows. People looking out windows. It's
It
not
doesn't
that
look
kind
like
of
San
neighborhood.
Francisco, I'll tell you that. No.
No. Well,
Well, maybe.
No,
Well,
dude.
there's one, or actually there's 2 people that one has a Target basket and another one has an HEB basket.
well, you got to get home with your stuff.
And yeah, and you'll see them. I don't know. They just, homeless people. They're just wherever. But I'm the outlet of the area. I'm the corner
Yeah,
house.
he's the
so
entry house to the neighborhood.
everybody's got to pass through me. And
I would sit out with a rocking chair and a clipboard and a camera and your phone and just be taking pictures nonstop.
Yeah, I'm peeking through the blinds.
I know you.
Ring. I set up my Ring camera to go off to where if they're in the sidewalk,
I'm watching.
not in the driveway. So I just got to know if they're going to peek in the car. My wife never locks the car, so I always got to go out there and lock it. But nothing's happened. But you never know with these people.
You never know. You never know. And the worst thing about it is for Vic to look out the window, he had to take the foil off the window. So now,
When you go to bed at 6 p.m., you need the foil.
all right, we got a lot to talk about today, including Los Spurs, who got a big win last night against a good opponent. It was a weird game because for a lot of the game, it felt like the Spurs were getting outplayed.
Yeah, y'all were texting on what's happened.
On our
It seemed
WhatsApp,
like
we were going back and forth, and at one point, Pledger goes, "You guys are acting like we're down 25."
Because there were times it felt like they should have been down. And
Oh yeah, and me, I was gonna text in there going, "There's a game on."
Yeah, of course, Vic. Yeah, so we'll talk about that game on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. A closure 1604 northbound Braun Road up to Bandera Road. Got a major accident working. It looks like they're diverting traffic onto the frontage road, so it's got you slow from Culebra. 410 westbound McCullough, that stalls off to the shoulder, and roadwork 35 northbound Judson to Tupperwine. 2 right lanes closed and sluggish southbound 35 Evans on down to Pad Booker Road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Score major deals on top brands at Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Find your dream mattress today. Their sleep experts are highly trained to find the right one to fit your unique needs. They make sleep easy.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
In the U.S., 1 in 5 children with cancer will not survive. But there is hope because of you. Help give them more birthdays, more moments, more tomorrows, because every child deserves a chance to grow up. Give them tomorrow. Support St. Jude today.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Well, Joel, it's my favourite time of the year. It's rodeo time, and I've got the best quarter moon marketing idea ever. It's all about branding, so I've got this. It's called a branding iron.
Folks, you don't need a branding iron to remember Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quarter Moon has the expertise, local talent, and fast, reliable service.
So how does the branding iron work?
Well, are those new pants?
Yes, why?
Turn around.
Turn around my...
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899.
License number M16004. TACLA 141074E.
You're locked on The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Got your Zubaz pants on?
I remember.
Ah, yes.
That's a record that I recorded.
Hey, did y'all feel the earthquake yesterday?
No.
There was an earthquake?
Down south of here there was.
Really? What was the...
We had an earthquake in San Francisco, didn't even know it.
What was the strength?
3.0.
11.
11.7.
11.7?
No, was there really an earthquake here?
Yeah, there really was.
Oh, I didn't feel it. No. But also, I'm overweight, so I just things jiggle when I walk to begin with.
Down in Falls City.
Falls City, you tell me.
The Falls City Beavers were shaking last night.
Is it all that fracking that's going on?
I have a feeling there's some.
There's a lot of fracking.
Some fracking involvement there. But we don't care.
Is responsible. Somehow.
Hey, I don't care. Just keep busy. We got to fill the diners.
Yep.
We got to make sure that the hotels
and the Best
full.
Westerns, yeah.
We got some gas to sell.
We built 3 Best Westerns in this town. We got to keep them full.
So things shake every now and again. Things happen.
Yeah, big deal. Buildings fall over. What's the problem? San Antonio, 114-103 victory last night And it was a weird game. Listen, it's a great win.
It is
for
the
starters.
best win the Spurs have had
in a while
this year, other than the OKC first win. It's the second best win of the year.
I think it might be, yeah. But it felt weird because Wemby was.
Now, in hindsight, I want you to measure your words.
Yeah,
you got to look in your rearview mirror and look at the totality of the game. Was he bullied out of position for a fair amount of it? Yes.
Yeah.
Was he
on the ground for a fair amount of it?
A lot of that was not him. I mean, a lot of that was there's a gauntlet that the Spurs are going to have to go through. And the NBA began it last night because it was 5-on-8 last night. They were brutalized. The Spurs were absolutely brutalized for 4 quarters. There was a foul on every play. The book now will be, you want to rough them up, you foul every dribbler, and you foul every screener, and you dare the refs to call them.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham, he had 12 fouls last night. He fouled out 3 times. He finished the game with 5 fouls. He had 3 minutes into the third. He had his 4th.
He had 3 and a half.
At halftime. He had his 4th, right? Because you knew he was going to get a ghost call because of the push. They did. If Jalen Duren got the deferring that Wemby did, if they called every foul that Duren inflicted on Wemby the way they called everything that Wemby did on Duren, if they called every foul on Wemby, the Spurs would have beaten him by 20. But that's the gauntlet that young teams have to go through, especially on the road. So in hindsight, no, Wemby didn't play a good game. He played a bad game. He played an exemplary game considering the circumstances. Are there things he's got to fix? Hell yes.
I thought Wemby was a different person in the second half. And
no question.
In the first half.
But he still settled the entire game.
He got punked in the first half.
Well, again, he did. But he was getting just battered, man.
Again, that's playoff basketball.
It was.
That's what it's going to be.
And this is the gauntlet that the NBA is going to inflict on young teams.
But the difference in this game was, well, there's 2 differences. One was Devin Vassell, who
Champagne, man,
could not miss. JC and Devin combined to go 12 of 19 from 3.
Spectacular, man.
The Pistons as a team made 7 threes. They were 7 of 36. Devin Vassell was 7 of 11. The Pistons could. I don't know if they made a 3-point shot in the second half.
I think they hit one, and it was on a long rebound.
Okay,
it was not a design pull up 3.
Just a disastrous second half of shooting for the Pistons. Cade I don't know if this was his worst game of the year, and like he had double-digit assists. I mean, there was something, and he had a few blocks too. Like he had a decent defensive game, but this was one of his worst shooting games for sure this season.
They had him scouted, man.
They did. They did a great job. But it felt like if the offense was coming, it was going to be Jalen Duren or Ron Holland, and nobody else really felt like they were contributing. And but the Spurs, the 3-point difference was a big deal. And the other thing was in the second half, the Spurs stopped allowing offensive rebounds. The first half. Like a first quarter, I don't know how many the Pistons had in the first quarter, but I mean, it was like every shot they missed, they got a second look at.
We didn't have Cornette that first half, and when we got him back, it changed. It went back to what
it was like a bruised leg.
Yeah.
And I was like, a bruised leg?
Like contusion.
Bro.
Well, again, I'm watching.
You're a professional athlete.
Well, I had to watch the Detroit broadcast.
I did too.
So they called it a contusion and possibly out for the game, and I thought, we cannot withstand the physicality of this team without Will Cornette. Nope. And I think at that moment, I think Mitch realized, oh no, brought in Carter for a moment, and the game was way too big for him. The minutes we could have used his physicality once he grows into a man, but it was too much last night. So thank goodness we got Cornette back in the second half. He made a huge difference. He and Keldon brought the wood last night. Those dudes went into the thicket, and bless poor Wemby. He ain't playing against Toronto.
You think he's taking that off?
God, I know I'd rest him.
Well,
He spent more time on the ground than a mop.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on the ground every possession. And some of it's your 7 whatever, and you have a high center of balance, you're going to go down. But more often than not, he was getting pushed in the air. He was getting held. He was getting pulled. He got beat up last night. And by design. And the Detroit played the you can't call everything game. And it ended up biting him in the ass. I mean, the Spurs got into the penalty early and made their free throws, so it did help them. And just a testament to a rock fight of a basketball game. I was just – the importance of that win cannot be measured. I mean, we can't – going through that because they had every opportunity after that fast start to kind of fold up the ship, to kind of like, you know what, is it worth the battering we're going to have to take to go win this? And they went all in, and you brought it up. The second half Wemby was a terrifying Wemby. Yeah. I mean – Cade Cunningham had a terrible game because where was he going to shoot? We were going to when he was playing point, we picked him up at the free throw line, so he had to work his ass off just to get it up court. And then once he got across half court, we doubled off the screen. So we picked him up off the screen, knowing full well Wemby was waiting for any dunkers. Now we got burned a couple of times. They hit some alley oops, but if Wemby got or if Cunningham got through that, there was no shot because here comes Victor, and he had both Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham terrified in the paint. Terrified. They would just look at the rim and kick it back out because there were no shots to be had.
The thing that I loved about this game for the Spurs is this kind of game has been the Spurs' kryptonite all year. A game where teams were allowed to be physical with Wemby. These are games that they've melted and just collapsed in and laid down. This was a grimy. You know how many shots got missed last night? 125 shots were missed.
There were no open jumpers. Every shot was contested.
How crazy is that?
Well, that was a playoff game. That was a game 5 as far as intensity. It can be more intense, and it wasn't very well played and I'll give it a lot to that defense and just the. I think that first quarter, both teams, even though the Spurs jumped out and Devin set the pace early on, both teams were kind of playing on. It was like the first 2 rounds of a boxing match. It didn't really set the table for how the game eventually went because it was a fast pace. Let's pick up the pace for about 4 minutes of basketball, and the Spurs hit shots and Detroit didn't. They call a timeout, and then here comes bully ball. And for the next 3.5 quarters, Detroit was going to foul on every possession and dare the referees to call it. And when it came down to it, the war of attrition, they lost. The Spurs, they didn't win the battle, but they held off the siege long enough to just wear them out. Yeah. And it just ground, and they never let them back in. They never got spectacular either. It was Devin and Julian just hitting shots when they mattered. And what a great win. That's one of those, we'll circle this game, and when it comes to that tough playoff game, Mitch is going to remind them about that third and fourth quarter, about what they're capable of when they focus and just go get it done.
The thing about San Antonio, when you take away the physicality of it, the reason why they've lost so many of those games is because they're generally kind of a crummy three-point shooting team. And then last night, they were not.
Those two weren't.
And when you make 45% of your threes, period, you're going to win games. Like this. Now the Spurs never do that. I say never. They rarely do that. They did last night. That helps. It also helps that the Pistons made 19% of their threes,
and that's going to be their undoing eventually. If they lose, it'll be because they can't shoot.
It probably will be. And Duncan Robinson has. First of all, Cade Cunningham. Like why he should ever be. I don't know how many threes he took last time. It was probably double digits. Should never happen.
Well, we got on Wemby. Look, Wemby got bullied out of the lane and took a couple of stupid threes. So some of those, you're like, what the hell? Cade Cunningham had the same problem. He got bullied out of the paint, too, and took some shots that those just aren't in his wheelhouse, that he took just to try to stay relevant in the game, to be that kind of threat, and it hurt him.
But Duncan Robinson, he was just going to keep shooting, and sometimes it's not your night, dude. You can't take 12 threes if you're going to make 2 of them. You know,
he's under orders. That's his job. Keep going till they fall, and they just didn't fall. That's a good.
They're good, but this was it was a night where if the Spurs shot, I don't know, if they shot their usual 35% from 3, we might be having a different kind of conversation here.
And would you?
It was just a magical night last night from the 3-point line.
We'd have been able to talk about a win. De'Aaron Fox had a terrible game.
He was not great.
He missed bunnies. He missed some open passes. There were some available kicks that he chose not to, dribbled out of them. And he didn't play very well. And even in the most difficult times, Steph Castle and Dylan Harper seemed to do the right thing. Steph Castle's such a dog, by the way. He wore out Cade Cunningham, too.
Of the top, 7 guys that got minutes last night, the 2 worst offensive guys were Wemby and Fox.
Mm-hmm.
And if you told me that was going to happen and they were going to win the game, I would have said, oh, you're crazy. Wow. So kudos to the Spurs for fighting through a rough offensive night by those 2 guys. And the role players stepped up, made their shots, took care of business, and they won what felt like a playoff game, and that's a good sign.
Oh, now here we go. For the next 4 or 5 days, we're going to see what this young team, how much social media and how much they're paying attention to the news, because they're going to be the flavor of the week. This was a huge win. Today, specifically, all the nationals, the 4-letter, the 3-letter networks, it's going to be Spurs, Spurs, Spurs. I wonder how much of the press they're going to read and think about, because today, the Spurs are going to be considered and be talked about as a legitimate finals contender.
It did break their streak. I think they had gone 6 consecutive games scoring at least 120 points. That was the longest streak in Spurs history since 1984.
Doug Moe years.
Yeah. That's pretty wild. They're held to 114 last night, but that's enough to get the win, and that is 9 straight. This is a serious team.
Serious team.
This is. I still have a little bit of fear that they're a lot like the Rockets were last year. Like they're really good, and then they have to go through that season where the playoffs are, life comes at you fast. But for right now, given the givens, given that they are healthy, and a lot of other teams aren't, there's no reason why we can't look at them like a contender.
Well, last night shows you 3 guards. You can take one of them out. You can take the all-star out, and you still got the dog and Steph who can guard any guard in the NBA. There's not a guard in the NBA Steph can't stick for 8-10 minutes without fouling out or anything, can take them out. Dylan Harper proved, give him the ball when it matters, and he's going to make the right pass, and he's going to get into the lane. That's a terrifying prospect. There are 3 bully point guards. These aren't little guys. These are all either lightning fast or broad-shouldered point guards that can defend from the 3, can take you in the paint, and can guard 3 positions. And you can have them all 3 out at the same time, and they complement each other. That's a terrifying prospect.
Yep, we'll talk some more Spurs a little bit later on in the program. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. A closure 1604 northbound Braun Road up to Bandera Road. Got a major accident working. It looks like they're diverting traffic onto the frontage road, so it's got you slow from Calabria. 410 westbound McCullough, that stalls off to the shoulder, and roadwork 35 northbound Judson to Tupperwine. 2 right lanes closed and sluggish southbound 35 Evans on down to Pat Booker Road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey, it's time to shoot your shot on PrizePicks and get $50 instantly in lineups. It's easy to do when you play your first $5. That's right. PrizePicks is now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play for your first 5. PrizePicks makes every dunk, every dime, every board that much more exciting. So don't miss the chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. PrizePicks. It's always so good to be right. I've played PrizePicks for years now. You know why? Because I can play my players the more or less, and I can combine my favorite sports, football, basketball, hockey, no matter what they can play. I can pick the more or less and get it down. And with a new feature alert, PrizePicks has early payouts. That's right. If your player gets off to a hot start, you know you have the option to cash out early. Get those winnings before the game even finishes. Find your community on PrizePicks. It's easy to find the social feeds. You can listen to those you trust or be the trusted. That's right. PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks today right now and use the code Alamo and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The big game's just around the corner. Remember the code Alamo and get $50 in lineups every time you play for the first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's so good to be right.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Looking for the best deal on TRT? Don't pay hundreds out of pocket or settle for a one-size-fits-all dose because they take your insurance. At Synergenics and Low T Center, you can get powerful TRT dose for your body and get it covered by insurance. It's TRT that actually works with your body, and this February, they are offering free testosterone tests and discounted peptides and GLP-1s to make getting your life back as easy as possible. Don't miss the opportunity. Go to Synergenics.com or LowTCenter.com and book your appointment today.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we will have a champion to talk to. The reigning Valero Texas Open champion, Brian Harmon, will join us. We'll also react to the Spurs Pistons game, and we'll talk some combine with our good friend Shireen Williams from ProFootballTalk.com. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Go see them at the Venetian.
You could go see this.
They got their orchestra, you know. They're going to light a bunch of candles.
Well, we missed it.
Play a big bassoon.
We missed it.
Oh, you never miss it.
We've missed it. We missed our chance.
Why?
We're not going to be at the Venetian.
Well, they're going to be here. It's not till March.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm still geo-fenced on my social feed, so I'm still getting all the advertisements.
Getting
from
Vegas ads.
I thought it popped up. I thought they might be coming to like the Aztec.
Oh.
No.
We're not that lucky.
No.
Not that lucky, unfortunately.
Speaking of unlucky, if you're a Topo Chico drinker, you hear all this news?
No.
Better stock up.
What happened
The
now?
Topo Chico plant in Monterey is going to close down for upgrades, and the Topo Chico
there's going to be a shortage?
Is going to be off the shelves for a period of time. Yes. So all you ranch water fans, go stock up or get some kind of cheap imitation.
I'm going to have to drink plebe water now?
Plebe water. Yep, it's coming.
Or
Sadness. It's like, remember with the Great Sriracha famine?
I don't like, I remember that. I don't like French sparkly water. I like Mexican sparkly water.
Yeah, it's closer.
Like, I don't want Perrier.
What about Rob's Bywater?
I drink, I do. I have some Bywater right now.
Yeah, I bet you do.
All right, here, see?
I bet you do.
Goes both ways.
I know.
Yeah.
Both
It's sweet,
AC
it's
and
sweet
DC.
and sour.
Yes. Savory.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Ooh. Bye.
Man.
I've had this taste in my mouth before.
Oh, familiar. familiar coating of my tongue.
What about the Tajin factory?
The great Tajin shortage of 2021.
No, I think we'll be okay there too.
You know, every time my dentist has been on a campaign to end the Tajin invasion for years. She's like, this is rotten teeth out of people's heads.
My wife likes it on a margarita rim.
I do too. I'm pro Tajin.
And the Chinese candies?
I'm still just salt guy. I'm salt on the margarita guy.
I'm a Chinese candy and a lemon guy.
You can't have any of that.
Well, the Chinese candy you can. That's just a dried up plum.
Yeah, I mean,
soaked in sourness.
I can have a little bit. I just can't eat a bunch of them.
Did you ever eat those Mexican candies that are covered in the spice?
Chamoy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's the dried plums, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the
well,
chamoy,
I mean, they're just suckers. Any of that stuff, they dip it in chamoy and then they put spicy stuff all over it.
Mm-hmm. See, that's
good.
Nah, I don't like that, man.
C-Note says Topo Chico's the most unhealthy water out there. That can't be right.
How? How is it unhealthy?
It's water
that comes right out of the earth.
What's
because it's Mexican.
Oh yeah. Now that you know what?
We're not drinking. It's not out of the Rio Grande.
You know what? You're right.
We're not drinking river water.
You're right.
Might as well.
Yeah. Don't drink the water in Mexico. They say,
like
and
the
then we pay
waters.
extra for it.
Yeah.
When I was a freshman in college, for spring break, I got talked into a backpack trip down the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
So we're down at the bottom.
That's a weird way to spend your spring
It was.
break.
I don't know.
Hey, let's go exercise.
You'll do anything for a girl.
Oh, okay. Now I see where this is
So I
going.
got talked down to backpacking.
We'll stay in a tent at night together.
It was all
okay, yeah, that's different.
It was all about me. Sex under the stars. Who knew? A man can drink. So we're down at the very bottom of the canyon. We're like 2 days into this, and I have run out of water. And I'm city boy. I'm from San Antonio. I wasn't a Boy Scout. I didn't know. And we're hiking down the bottom of the Grand Canyon, and we come upon this spring. This water just coming out of the rocks. And I'm thinking, well, how bad could that be? I mean, it's water coming out of rocks.
Well, and this was in what, 19?
This is 1907. No,
Okay.
this is 1983. 84.
Jeez.
Yeah. And
why'd you say it like that, Vic?
I don't know.
1984.
That's before we knew not to drink water.
We're still under major threat of the Soviets at that point. So I drank the water and gave myself, I guess, dysentery at the bottom of the Grand Canyon with a girlfriend who I am every 5 minutes, man. I mean, I might as well just keep. I'm leaning over rocks. It is awful. So that could be Mexican water because I drunk it, and it could kill you. That's unhealthy.
Well, the Grand Canyon is not in Mexico.
No, but
contrary
I don't know where the water
popular
came from,
belief.
but I'm going to blame it on that.
Okay.
And not
Well, it could be.
the idiot that just drank water out of a puddle. That's basically what I did.
Yeah, don't do that.
What the hell was I thinking? It's water out of a rock. How bad could it be?
The things you do to get laid.
Oh, my God. There with that.
Yeah, don't drink water that you just find.
Gave myself dysentery at the and then on the way up, I hired there was a mule train. You know how you could ride them? You could ride.
Oh yeah.
So they had an empty mule, and I paid like anything not to have to hike up the Grand Canyon with dysentery. So I legitimately hired the one mule they had left with the cash. They felt sorry for me, but this is not a lie. The mule only had one eye. So coming down, the mule was fine because the eye was on the outside edge. Going up, the good eye was on the inside.
Oh,
so he kept having to turn his head to see where the cliff was.
Oh no. No. That's why I stay home.
We got an extra mule. You want left eye? We're going right, but
did you make that gal walk?
Oh, yeah. No,
yeah, it was over.
The moment that. Yeah,
the moment you used her sweatshirt as toilet paper.
That relationship had long passed its prime. Man.
Have you seen my extra socks?
The funny thing
I
is,
have, but I wouldn't put them on.
I can't even remember her name. I don't even remember her name.
You made love to her under the stars, and you
I'm
don't
trying to remember
her
this
name?
girl's name, and I can't for the life of me. It's some kind of. It was like a guy's name, like
Charles,
like Jerry. Or Reggie, or something like that.
What?
I'm not kidding. I can't remember her name.
Victor.
Yeah.
Ed.
Victoria?
It was like Charlie or Reggie or something.
Spencer.
Something goofy.
Sam. for
No,
Samantha.
it's the kind of name, I know where you guys are going, but it was the kind of name that she dotted with an I, with a heart. It was one of the, like, Reggie, Charlie.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
No, I don't really. I don't remember even seeing her after the mule train. I guess we were on the same bus. I blocked it out.
Well, hey.
Good times.
Yeah, good times indeed.
Topo Chico.
Los Nunez says Los Miniraguas is a really good imitation. I don't know.
All right. What's it? Well, I'm down with the Rambler. I think that's an HEB flavor.
No, HEB's is like a number. It's like a 19 something or another. I've seen that.
Yeah,
but
77, I think.
77?
I think. You know what? You're right. That is the HEB version. I have had that.
I thought it was like 1917 or something.
Yeah, like
I don't know. But either way, I like Topo Chico. I like Topo Chico twist of lime, and where it's got a little bit of lime hint to it.
The first thing after a night out, a good icy cold Topo Chico will cure just about anything.
Oh, man. You know what I really like is that Liquid Death.
You know what? You turned me on to that. The name is not the best thing. I've read about the marketing, and it's been extraordinary, but it's kind of a gateway to entry, because I thought for the longest time it was one of those goofy liver-shattering energy drinks that just destroys the inside of your body. But no, it's evidently very healthy and very well made, just called Liquid Death.
You know what? That reminds. Now I'm pissed off all over again. I'll tell you why on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Monday, March 30th at the Golf Club of Texas. Get your slot now. $150 per person or $500 per foursome. The Spring Golf Classic, benefiting fitting animals at no-kill shelters across Texas, is presented by Flight by Yingling, sponsored in part by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunkla, PPL Motorhomes, and Ancira.com. The Spring Golf Classic, Monday, March 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Got hockey fever after the Olympics? The NHL season resumes tomorrow night after the Olympic break, and the Dallas Stars are in action, taking on the Seattle Kraken. Hi, Jason Minix here, inviting you to a Dallas Stars watch party at McIntyre's North Star location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars went into the Olympic break on a 6-game winning streak and are currently third in the Western Conference standings. At the watch party Wednesday night, you can register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes airfare for two, a hotel, and 2 game tickets. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. And you could also win some exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear like hats and t-shirts. Stars in Seattle Kraken. Puck drops tomorrow night at 7 at McIntyre's North Star with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
As veterans, we've lived through ups and downs. For many of us, alcohol's been there for both. Over time, we realized that a bottle of beer isn't a bottle of beer, and 2 fingers of whiskey are more than just the liquid. What we're really consuming when we drink is time. Sometimes it's a good time. Time with new friends in a bar, old friends over cards, or just a moment to unwind at the end of a long day. Sometimes it's wasted time. Time that could be better spent focusing on things we never finished and reconnecting with those we lost touch with or pushed away. But sometimes that drink is time that gets out of hand. It's time spent apologizing. And sometimes it's time with a heavy cost. If you feel your alcohol consumption has become unmanageable, VA has treatments to help you manage. Visit va.gov/recovery.
Looking for TRT? Don't pay hundreds or settle for low-dose TRT. Centergenics and Low T Center take most insurance plans and customize each dose for maximum safe results. Don't compromise your health. Go to Centergenics.com or LowTCenter.com to book your free T-test today.
Hormones can affect everything. Bad skin, bad hair, low energy, poor sleep, brain fogginess, libido, and weight gain. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we take a functional approach to your hormone problems. Eating right and exercise will not be beneficial without optimal hormone function. This goes for men and women. We do state-of-the-art testing to get to the root of your hormone issues and help you get well and stay well. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. We can help. 210-468-1891.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Wasn't this on a was this on a movie, Vic?
Probably
Was it like
a video
on
game.
Clueless or something like that?
Clueless?
It had to have
Yeah.
been in a 90s movie somewhere. I don't remember. Let me look.
Oh, Clueless was so great. Alicia Silverstone. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a real pretty mouth.
Oh. Brittany Murphy was also very hot. R.I.P. Brittany Murphy.
Oh, yeah. She was like a trashy hot to me,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
loved it.
Especially in 8 Mile. Oh, she was trailer park trash. That was hot.
I feel like she was always bruised.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was an Office Space.
Oh, it was on
Yeah,
Office Space?
and
Okay.
House Party.
Makes
It was
sense.
an Office Space, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That Office Space is Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster.
Oh, yes.
That's the only one I remember from that.
Also, remember what was the one that played when he was
When he
was
bashed
beating up
the,
that printer? Yeah, or the
Man, I have to watch that.
That was a funny movie.
Quintessential movie.
So yesterday, when I said Liquid Death, it reminded me. I saw a new Liquid Death. I went to the grocery store yesterday. There's a little grocery store called Sprouts, and if I've got to get like one or two things, it's way easier for me to go there than to go to H-E-B.
It's like a much smaller Whole Foods.
Yeah. So I went there and they had a new flavor of Liquid Death that I haven't tried. So I grabbed one, and as I was pulling into my driveway, my wife said, "Hey, I need you to go pick up our son." I was like, "Okay." He's at home, I thought, and she's like, "No, the other one." My kid got into an accident yesterday. He ran into somebody. He rear-ended somebody's trailer hitch. And, of course, he was down he's down like on the very southeast side of town.
He's out at the Toyota plant.
So I had to drive all the way down there, help him get his car towed. Now he's driving my car, and I'm driving my wife's car because my wife won't let him drive her car. And it made me realize I didn't even drink my Liquid
You
Death.
just left it in there for?
I left it there, and somebody's probably drank
Oh,
it
I
today.
guarantee. If your son saw it, it's gone.
I know.
The moment it was, yeah.
I'm going to be peeved if that's not there when I get home.
I guarantee you it is, and it will not be replaced. Oh, that pisses me off. Such is the life of a father. You know, when they leave,
I totally forgot about
when
it.
they're finally all gone, and you start leaving things, places, and you come back and they're all there. It's still there.
That's a good feeling.
Oh, when my daughter moved out for a minute, it's
to be able
perfect.
to have
yeah, but then it makes it worse when she
have
comes back. Doesn't it?
Yeah. When they come back and you're used to like
Yeah,
not
she came
hiding the
back.
good stuff.
She came back.
The beer you left in the fridge is still there. The last brownie is still in the.
No, when I wash the dishes, there's no more dishes.
No more
The other thing is, before, like when I was gone to Vegas, my wife was like, "Yeah, I wanted Whataburger. I didn't want to pay the delivery fee, so I asked Jake to go get it.
Oh, okay.
And he just forgot about it, and then got mad when I reminded him. And then they got into a big fight about how she needs help every once in a while, especially when I'm gone. And then I was like, it's kind of ironic that, now you need help. You need a car. You need a ride. And it's like, oh, yeah, I guess so.
Your youngest says, yeah, look at me, bro. That's my life.
My youngest son was jacking with him the whole time. We got home. He's like, were you on your phone? What were you doing? Were you texting? Watching YouTube? Playing games? Playing Clash Royale? Shut up, dude. All right, we'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new Luxe Value menu has 10 lavish indulgences, all $3 or less. It's easy to get carried away. Like when you try the new mini taco salad, you might ask, do I need a salad fork? The fork in the bag's fine. Luxe Value menu at participating locations while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
My fiance is a veteran. He was a combat medic in the Army.
I did tours in Korea, Germany, and Bosnia before I got injured.
There's been a lot of wear and tear on his body.
My knees are bone on bone from doing all those jumps and lugging my backpack and all that gear around. I was also exposed to toxins.
When Yusuf got out of the military, he needed help getting his disability benefits.
Luckily, DAV came to the rescue. They fought for me the same way that I fought for my country.
Every year, DAV provides life-changing support to more than 1 million veterans like Yusuf, helping them get the benefits they've earned so they can achieve victories, great and small.
Now Yusuf is paying it forward. DAV has been instrumental in helping him start 2 healthcare technology companies that are working to help veterans everywhere.
My victory is never giving up and finding more ways to serve.
He's pretty amazing.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
This month, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Dealing with a stalled 18-wheeler on I-10 eastbound at Ackerman, right lane blocked. Looks like the exit ramp is blocked as well. 1604 westbound O'Connor to Redland Road. That's some road work, about a 10-minute delay, slow from Judson Road. And a full-on closure downtown due to road work. 35 lower levels, southbound 37 on down to I-10, with traffic being forced to continue on the upper level. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, let's make it 9 in a row as the Spurs went into Detroit and beat them 114-103, improving to 41-16 on the season. Devin Vassell paced them with 28 points, going 7 of 11 from behind the arc, while Wemby added 21 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Up next on the trip, Toronto will take on the Raptors tomorrow night. In the NFL, Dallas Cowboys executive vice president and son of Jerry, Steven, said the team will franchise George Pickens in the next week at a projected $28 million fully against the cap. He reiterated they want him in Dallas and are hopeful to get the deal done. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, 7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Don't pull over to the Valero for coffee. It wasn't a playoff win.
No.
Felt like it, but don't go get coffee. I pulled in.
Not yet.
See everybody, and nobody was there. And they charged me for it.
Yet.
The memo's not out. God, I can't wait. Hope that comes back.
Playoffs.
Yeah. Bring the free coffee back, Valero. It's been a long time. Let's bring it back.
Pretty cool.
When was the last time they did that?
When was the last time they were in a playoffs?
We had a guy number 21 was still playing. I can tell you that.
Damn.
Xavier says, we talking about sports? Doesn't seem to be about sports. Welcome to the show, Xavier.
He doesn't know yet.
Sometimes
I'm sure he was waking up ready to talk about the glorious win.
Sometimes we talk about sports here. Sometimes we don't.
We did earlier.
Yeah, and we will again. We will again.
We got 4 hours to fill.
Yeah, we got a long day ahead of us, friend. Long day. We'll get back into the Spurs in a little while. I did want to talk about the Houston Cougars going down to the Kansas Jayhawks. Kansas wins again at home. Kansas has not lost back-to-back home games at Fog Allen since 1989.
So what is it? You never get involved in a land war in Asia. You never get involved with a Sicilian when death is on the line. And you never bet against Kansas at home.
I think that's the things. That's the things. And I've bet against Kansas at home about 3 times this year and lost all of them. I'm learning the hard way. But
I'm telling you, spectacular performance.
It really was, and it wasn't like the final score wasn't really close. They punked them out. Houston started strong and faded, and Kansas never really looked back once they took control of that game. 69-56, nice score for Kansas there. 56 points. Oof.
That style, man. I'm not out on Houston. I'm not, and you shouldn't be. The 3 losses in a row, it hadn't happened in a long time, but when you look at who they lost to and how they lost, this one was the worst, no doubt. Kansas brought defense I don't think Houston expected, and Houston couldn't hit the side of a barn.
That's the problem. Houston is not – if Houston falls behind, They are not built to come back because they don't have the shooters.
And I'm not mad at Houston. I mean, a lot of people are going to be out on them today after 3 losses. Don't be. That's some. You got 2 freshmen playing a vital role.
Well, you lost to Iowa State at Hilton,
and you had it to win it. You just didn't.
You lost to Arizona.
That was tough.
And you lost to Fog Allen.
So seriously, you lost to Fog Allen. So there's going to be a lot of people down on Houston. They're still a top 10 team. They're still learning, and now there's tape on them, and they're not as good defensively as they were before. And they don't have the senior leadership, those old dudes that have been around through the battles. But these are the battles you got to go through. So I count that as a learning experience over the last 3 days. This is one of those where you woke up and it got worse. So they're going to wake up today and it was worse than it was yesterday, but there's still time to fix stuff. They're not done yet, and this might actually pay some dividends. But the bad news is I know how to beat Houston.
Yeah.
The film's out. They're going to have to overcome that.
Yeah, it was they just could not get any good looks at the basket, and that's going to be a problem. 5 of 24 from 3, you're going to lose those games almost every time.
And I don't think they expected the defensive. They knew what it was going to be like in the paint. They knew it was going to be tough out there. I don't think they expected the external pressure that they got.
I don't know that first of all, I don't think Houston's going to lose again for the rest of the regular season. They got Colorado, Baylor, and Oklahoma State.
I wouldn't want to be Colorado.
I would not want to be either. And that's at Houston. Houston will probably be favored by 16, 17 points, but it wouldn't shock me if they cover that. But I think that the ceiling of this team is maybe more limited than we thought.
I think so. It's going to take placement, and it's going to take a team above them getting upset to get there, because they're a team that has a recipe for getting beat, and it involves size in the paint and edge pressure. And if you can bring that, you can beat them. But you got to have the Jimmies and Joes to do that. And so they're probably going to be a 2 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed, somewhere in there, depending on how things shake. And, things play right. There's a lot of 4 or 5 seeds that make it to the Final Four.
Yeah.
So this is not done yet, but I think that the story is going to be bad Houston when the story should be Bill Self, because they didn't have Peterson for so long, has turned his team into a good one that doesn't necessarily need him to be super successful. They just need him. They just need the gravity that he brings, because he didn't play great last night. He had a huge 3 late.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a difference maker last night. The defense was.
Yeah. Oh, well, Emmanuel Sharp, I get it. Kingston Fleming's the best player on Houston's team. Emmanuel Sharp, though, is kind of their heart and soul leader. And last night, 1 of 10 from the field. Can't have it. Cannot have it. And that was a killer for them. And a lot of that credit goes to Kansas, who did a good job defensively on him. But yikes!
Look out, Kansas is rolling, trending up, man. I wouldn't want to be playing him in the next couple of weeks, especially if Peterson. If he has turned a corner and he can be relied on, I don't know how many minutes they can rely on him for, but if you can rely on to have him the last 10, which is really what I want you, they're a different team. They really are.
They just feel so inconsistent, because we saw them we talked about Houston was in it to win it at Hilton against Iowa State. Kansas got bludgeoned to death at Iowa State. And then I think they beat Oklahoma State. They beat Oklahoma State, and then they lost at home badly to Cincinnati. How?
Well, then they wake up and beat Houston. So I think there was a come to Jesus moment. I think that was one of those times where I talked about it yesterday. It was a crossroads game for Kansas. They lose last night. Peterson, what's the point, dude? Go on and go pro. You're of no use to us.
I do not trust Kansas in the tournament because they can't play at Fog Allen, and I've seen them inconsistent enough away from Fog Allen that I saw them lose to West Virginia. I saw them lose to Central Florida. Middling teams I've seen them lose to on the road. I don't trust them, but at home they are just a monster, man. And that is that crowd, and it's just there's a vibe to it. And Houston, like I said, I thought had Final Four potential.
They still do. They're still a Final Four worthy team.
Maybe I'm not. I don't know that I'm there.
Look who they just lost to. I mean, they lost to 3 other Final Four teams. So they might end up
isn't
not
a Final Four team.
Well, no, but that game last night they played could be. And again, I think that there's something different about that Kansas team, because they didn't look to Peterson to win the game. Other guys looked to win the game. But Dinga's defense, he didn't score a lot of offense, but my God, His name was every time on the floor. He was either blocking a shot, blocking out, or getting a rebound. That mattered last night. And that's going to be another problem for Houston. They just don't have a lot of strong size. They got size. They just don't have a lot of strong size.
Trey White was the best player for Kansas last night.
He was phenomenal.
Revelation. Senior.
Where was he? He's a transfer.
He was at Louisville.
Yeah.
Well, no, he was at Louisville. Then I think he's
Illinois. He came from Illinois. That's where he was.
He was at Illinois before that. Louisville before that. USC. So he's bounced. He's at his fourth school in 4 years.
That baseline jumper.
But he's a Dallas kid. He's a good player, man, and had a great night last night.
The thing about Kansas is you forget how much talent they truly have. I mean, they're nothing but solid high 4, 5 stars rolling out on that roster. So if they find their way, look out, man. I certainly wouldn't want to be playing against a trending Kansas team that has the number 1 pick overall, who can take over a game, and a defense that is at the very least aggressive.
But you know what's going to happen? There are going to be people who buy into Kansas, and they're going to pencil Kansas into the Final Four.
Oh, no. Well,
and then in the second round, Darren Peterson's going to go,
that's the fear, right?
My back's a little tight. I'm crampy today.
Well, I think that there might have been the way that he played last night, and he wasn't the focus of attention. He didn't overplay. He didn't dominate the ball. And I think some of that was by design from himself. Like, look, man, if we're going to go someplace, we got to get used to doing it without you and expecting you not to be there. And now I do think that there is that whisper amongst scouts, like, can we trust him? Is this dude going to be here when required? So I think there's some extra energy going to be offered to close this year out to justify this $36 million draft pick that he will be. Yeah. So I think it's up to him now to go earn that.
Yep. So we'll see how where he's at down the stretch. But that's a huge win last night for Kansas, and what that means. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday. That was the first time since 2017 that Houston has lost 3 games in a row. 2017. That's a long time to go without losing 3 straight.
A testament to Sampson. I mean,
no doubt.
Keep in mind that 17 team he took over was an American. Were they Conference
they were
USA?
The AAC, yeah.
So from there to the top echelon of the Big 12, the best conference, or at least the most top-heavy conference in basketball. Yeah, man.
Yep. So the Big 12 tournament's going to be phenomenal. I wish that JT Toppin was still with us, like he died. No, I wish that he was still healthy. It'd make the tournament a lot more interesting because it'd be one more team in the mix. But between Arizona and Houston and Iowa State and Kansas, like there's and you know what, Texas Tech's not. I mean,
they're not dead, but
they're not dead. It's just they're not as.
And if you forgot BYU with DeBansa, who can beat anybody on a given day.
Their ceiling just feels lowered, I guess, is probably the best way to put it. But yeah, it is it's going to be a fun conference tournament. So that'll be something to watch as we move on. All right, the other college game last night. This was a statement game, I think, because a lot of people, myself included, thought that North Carolina was dead in the water. Like you could just
they have no heart.
Cross them out.
They have no heart. They're good. They're talented, but they don't got any heart. Or their best player.
Without their best player, without their top 5 draft pick, they beat Louisville last night 77-74. And the game didn't that game got a little bit closer at the end. Louisville made a run late to make it close. Seth Trimble stepped up. When you're without your star freshman, sometimes your seniors, the guys who
have been there.
This is year 4. A guy who's been there the whole time, though. Give him credit. Like not many guys stay at one place for 4 years and play the whole time. But Seth Trimble's been there for 4 years, and he stepped up and had a hell of a game last night. Basically won the game for them. And maybe, I don't know. I'm still, I think, I don't know when Caleb Wilson, if Caleb Wilson, like what the prognosis is going to be for him, tournament time, whatever. But it's Caleb Wilson is the engine. So I still have a hard time imagining them having much of a ceiling without him. But they are at least better than I thought they were. They've shown fight in the last couple games. I'm going to give them a little more credit.
They're like Kansas. They're rolling out high level NBA talent. There's not a lot of there. That's what kind of let me down about this North Carolina team. That they should have been. They're super talented. Trimble is a 4-year vet that should be better. Should have been better all 4 years, but he's been there a long time. I question when push comes to shove. Without Caleb, can they beat a good team?
Yeah,
that's a good win. But when it comes with the important times, I don't trust this team at all.
Caleb Wilson, who's dealing with that broken hand, still no timeline, but they're acting like it's, like he's not done for the season.
You have a guy like that who can take a game over. I get it, but there's deeper issues than just the lack of Caleb in my mind. Because of what you see a win like that, you're like, how do you lose these other ones and you beat Louisville, who, they're a tournament team, and you handled it. No heart.
Well, I mean, how do you win at Virginia and then lose at Cal, at Stanford, like to scrubby team, at SMU?
So yeah, there's some deep flaws
questions.
in this team.
All right. Claymore says, I'm not convinced Peterson's the first pick overall. DeBance is clearly the consensus number one. Well, first of all, there is no consensus number one.
It's a mess.
But let's talk about that on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dr. Jacob Torres has been my doctor, been my friend now for nearly 10 years. When I first met him, there's no such thing as semi-glutides. There was only one way to lose weight, and that was dedication, and you had to put away stuff, go cold turkey, and work hard and grind to get things done. And so many of us, my goodness, that was more than we wanted to take on. It would just seem like a daunting task that just wasn't going to happen unless we were full-on 1,000% committed. Well, you got to be committed. You got to want to make the effort to lose some weight, but you need some help. And Dr. Torres, a medical professional, has put together programs that work, and it involves, well, the basics. There's no other way to lose weight than taking in fewer calories than you burn. But the fact is, there's a way to do it, and there's an effective way to do it that only medical professionals can impart, and that's why it's been so successful for me and so many others. So if you come to a point in your life where you know you got to lose weight, whether for just vanity, you just want to feel and look better, or the doctors are telling you you don't want to get involved with long-term semaglutides and pills and shots, call Dr. Torres today. What he does works, it's effective, and you can live with it for the rest of your life. I'm living proof. I'm down nearly 75 pounds and stay that way. So call him today. The number's 210-468-1891. Go to his website, iffhealth.com. It is a valuable resource. But when it's time, it's time. Make the call. Change your life. When you do, come on by. Thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Round up your foursome, your work crew, your weekend golf buddies, even the ladies, and get ready for a fun, laid-back day at the Golf Club of Texas. Monday, March 30th. Lock in a team for just $500 for a foursome, or jump in solo for $150 per player and spend the day talking trash, crushing drives, and laughing your way around the course. This isn't a stuffy golf club tournament. It's golf the way it should be. The Spring Golf Classic benefits feeding animals at no-kill shelters across Texas, so you're having a great time for a great cause. Presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunk Club, PPL Motorhomes, and Ancira.com. And when the last putt drops, the day is just getting started. Join us for the after party at the 90 Proof Bar at Lucky Ranch Road and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and all the post-round storytelling you can handle. So pick your team, claim your spot, and tee up with San Antonio's Sports Star. Sign up your foursome now at sasportstar.com.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Get in gear at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville, your 5-time dealer of the year. $13,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Silverado 1500s. 5.9% financing on new heavy duties for 84 months. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the 2026 Tahoe Premier. Ready to go electric? Get the 2026 Equinox EV with $13,000 off MSRP. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville.
Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive.
And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7 so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Do the math, baby. Hey, good morning, everybody. Where you get those beats at, Vic?
From Too Short.
Too Short, baby, coming straight from Oakland. Claymore said the Debanza was a consensus #1 pick. Consensus means everyone is in on him, and I don't think that's even close. I think there are still 4 guys who could be the #1 overall pick.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. We'll see who gets #1.
Yeah.
See who works them out.
And there's positional differences for these guys. I think Debanza is probably the favorite now, although I think a week ago it was Darren Peterson.
I still think it's Peterson. I think Peterson's going to have to prove – I mean, the neck-up stuff's going to be a question. But right now, just on optics, Peterson is more ready to step and start for an NBA team. He's got an offensive game that's already NBA ready. The only issue, of course, will be rookie defense, which is pretty consistent, and neck-up stuff. Does he really want it?
Then there are guys like Cam Boozer, who it's not sexy, but you talk about NBA ready.
Oh, yeah.
Like – Cameron Boozer can show up and play in the NBA today, and I think you can be very comfortable with him. Now, is he going to be the question for him is his ceiling as high as Debanza or Peterson or Caleb Wilson? And I think the answer is no. I like Caleb Wilson a lot. The injury kind of turns me off. Caleb Wilson, though, is a guy who I'm super interested in as a prospect, especially the defensive side of things. And then, Debanza's there, too. I think all of these guys you can make a case for, which is kind of a rare thing. Normally, by now, we've figured out who the #1 pick is going to be.
Or should be.
Now, I do believe that if Darren Peterson had not missed the amount of time that he had and had not had questionable motor or competitive juices. Like maybe that they're like, I don't think this would be a question.
No,
I know everybody thought AJ DeBanza coming into the season was the unquestioned number one pick. Darren Peterson is a better player on his best day than DeBanza is on his
further along.
best.
He's just further along in his game. But DeBanza physically is by far off the charts. This guy has the size, the speed. If you were drawing up a small forward, big guard in the NBA, it would look a whole lot like DeBanza. So he's got all the tools, and his ceiling is by far higher. But how long can you wait? There's teams that need a little bit more help right now. And there's teams that are going to be more set up to get a DeBanza and mold him into something that should be pretty ridiculous in a couple of years. So, yeah, well, there's a long way between here and there. And we're not even talking about guard out of Houston. I think he's a top 5-6 pick as well. But, again, do you need a point guard or do you need a lead guard? What are you looking for to do? So, yeah, there's a lot of teams. You know, it's funny. The first time in a long time where you legitimately don't have to have a top 3 pick to go get a guy that can help you for 10 years.
No.
And we're talking about tanking. It's an irony that tanking is finally going to get taken care of in some form on the year where you could be barely in the play-in and come out with the best player in the draft. If you drafted 7th, you know, you could legitimately pull that kind of talent out. So
if I told you Nate Ament was going to be a top 5 player in this draft, I'd believe it, and you could probably get him at pick 10.
Well, yeah, look at Sinek out of Houston. The Spurs, shoot, if Sinek's sitting at a draft pick that they're available to, that's perfect for what they're chasing.
We haven't talked about Darius Acuff. We haven't talked about we haven't talked about Koa Pete. We haven't talked about Michael Brown. Keaton Wagler, the kid from Illinois, is a freak. Like there's a ton of quality in this draft. So I that's why I think there's not a consensus because it, like you said at the beginning, it's eye of the beholder. Like there's a lot of pretty girls to dance with. You just got to pick which one you want to ask. And
if you end up with a 5th, 6th pick, holy cow! I mean,
no
one will ever have drafted as well at 5, 6, 7, 8 than this year. No, because everybody's going to come home with a justifiable. Oh my goodness! I mean, other years 8 pick would have easily been number 1. So I think that this is going to be a great year for the draft. Now it's going to be size. It's going to be eye appropriate. You have to get the right guys. It doesn't mean the guys are going to land in the right place, but there's a lot of good talent coming out, and it'll be hard to screw it up.
Yeah, I think there's potential for a ton of dudes here.
Who would you draft if Peterson turns out to be? Let's say. He finishes out the year. He plays hard, but still you can tell that he might not always be emotionally invested in every game.
I can't use my number 1 pick
So
on
if
him.
it's not him and you got the number 1 pick, is it Caleb? Because I think if you're looking for offense, he's probably the next guy ready to do it.
I like Caleb Wilson a lot, man. And I mean, it's a broken hand. It's not like he tore his ACL or something. I think his ceiling is very high, but it's all about team need too. Because I love Kingston Flemings too. I don't think I'd take him number 1.
No,
just because. But I wouldn't have a problem taking him 5 or 6. But yeah, I think if I had the first pick today, it would be between DeBanza and Caleb Wilson, and I'm with you. I think Darren Peterson's better than those guys. But it's kind of like the Zion thing.
I can't.
Do you want that Zion headache of is he going to be on the floor? Like I don't want to be the person who passes on Kevin Durant because I'm fascinated by Greg Oden.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's why getting the 4th pick. What a dream! He fell in my lap. I had to take him.
Yeah.
Darren Peterson at 4, high five me. I brought my lucky medal and it worked. And then if it doesn't work out, heck. He landed in my lap at 4. Of course, I had to take him.
Well,
and
that's
going to be
safe. That's going to be Cameron Boozer, whoever gets.
Oh, that's the easy way.
Stuck with Cameron Boozer, it's like at least Cameron Boozer's not going to get you fired.
No, exactly. He's the easy way out, man. 1 through 8, you draft Cam Boozer. Well, not 1, but 3 through 8, you come home with Cam Boozer, you high five. You got a guy who's going to walk in and play, and I'll tell you what, if you do it right, he will never leave your building. He'll be a 15-year Shane Battier, always helping your team, never leading your team, but the team is always better for him. And if you can say that about any first-round pick, apart from 1, 2, or 3, I think every GM would be perfectly happy.
Casey says if the Spurs get the number 1 pick, what do? The Spurs are not getting the number 1 pick, I don't think. That'd be hard to imagine, but if they did, trade it.
Well, I mean, you get an opportunity to get a guy like DeBanza who could grow into something that you could actually use and you don't need immediately. It'd be hard to pass up something like that because what a perfect place for a project. Because he is a project. He's still got some years to develop.
But I think a front court guy, a Caleb Wilson or a Nate Ament would be really good for.
Would be a nice pair.
I would want to trade down if I had the first pick if I was San Antonio, because there's going to be enough people who are excited about that pick that the Spurs don't need one of the top 3 guys.
Well, they're already creating the Spurs rule. I guess Detroit as well.
Yeah,
picking in the top 4 years in a row. What if they got another one right as the rule comes to play?
Yep,
take that with you.
I have a hard time picturing a world where they allow the Spurs to have the first pick. Let's just put it that way. But the Hawks are doing everything they can to make it happen. It seems like, somehow. Either way, I think this is one of those drafts where if you get it wrong, it's probably less to do with the draft pick and more to do with how you develop guys.
No, well put. Exactly. These guys are good enough. They are.
But the only guy that maybe is a caveat to that is the best guy. Because even if you're a great developmental team, you can't develop a guy who doesn't want to be developed or doesn't have that.
Because I'm getting Kawhi vibes.
In him.
I'm getting Kawhi vibes. And that's a terrifying thing because he's good. You know that Peterson's got every bit of skill that is absolutely required, not only just to be an NBA player. He's got all-star kind of vibe to him. But he's also got it's all about me, too. That's at least the narrative, and I hope that lights a bit of a fire because we're only asking, honestly, you could look him in the eye. I'm talking about Peterson, sit him down and go, I don't know what's going on in your heart. I don't know if you've got the desire to be an NBA guy, but I'll tell you this. If you will give me 10 weeks from today, if you'll just say you'll give me 70 days of 100% max effort where you do everything appropriate, I promise you'll make $36 million.
It's so funny to say, like, you see this Kawhi in him, and, like, I get where you're coming from, but then it's also, like, if you see Kawhi in him,
why don't you draft him number 1 overall?
Yeah, it's like it feels automatic.
Because it's a lit fuse. You're just waiting for it to blow up. You just wonder when it's going to explode.
You're talking about a 2-time Finals MVP, a 3-time or 4-time first-team All-NBA, a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, and it's like,
and every team that's had him was glad when he left.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing because you want that. You want a guy who is going to go win you titles and is one of. There were several years where Kawhi was one of the 3 or 4 best players in the NBA, and it wasn't even a question.
And lands in Toronto and hands him a title.
Yeah. That shit, if I told you could get that guy at number 1, of course.
Well, sometimes it looks good, but it ain't good for you, man.
You're right. And that's the thing. That's you have to decide. And there are people now who, look at Kawhi as a problem. There's Philly fans who look at having Joel Embiid as it's an anchor on us, and it's like, dude, when he's on, he's one of the best in the world. But it's like, it's so hard to find a Tim Duncan. You know what I mean? Like it's
absolutely
that's pie in the sky.
But I would say
so you got to take the warts on these guys.
But that's 0 to 10. That's you got Tim Duncan on one side of the scale as far as selfless attention to winning. That's all that mattered. And then you got Kawhi, which is total introvert, only about me. And if I do well, you will win. And there's total opposites of, and it's irony that they were on the same team at the same time.
Yeah. And probably at the time needed each other to win the title that they won together.
It's that yin and yang. But Kawhi has always been of the attitude, if I do great things, we'll win. Let me do great things and get out of the way, and I'll play when I can, but I'm only going to play at 100%. But when I'm at 100%, I'll do great things and just follow me. Where Tim would always, we're going to go win whatever it needs for me to push you or pull you. I'm going to do that. That was never Kawhi.
Yeah, it's such a tough decision to make because
I would never touch it again, man. I am of the mind, having gone through it, I've been burned once. If there's ever a doubt, I'm gonna pass. And and if it blows up in my face, I will suffer the ramifications, but I'm not going to be the guy that drafts the hand grenade that could blow up in my hands at any moment. I just won't do it.
What if you knew it was going to get you a ring before it exploded?
Well, if I felt that way, it would have to be so close. But even then, I just know the rubble that it leaves.
Because it boggles my mind that Spurs fans look at Kawhi as like this huge mistake, and I'm like, that guy. He brought you a ring.
And ring, one of several. And we know the difference.
And that's the only reason why you can say it is because you were spoiled before.
Right. And Toronto should put a
statue of the man
out front and pray to the Kawhi gods because it's never going to happen again.
Imagine if the only ring you ever won was because of Kawhi. You'd look at it a lot differently.
But like I said, the interesting thing about being a Spur fan is I had Tim Duncan and Kawhi on the same team at the same time, and I know what each is like on their own, and they're both fully capable. One would do everything to push, pull, and do everything to win, and Kawhi was either we win by following me or we don't win.
But if you're the Sacramento Kings, and you think Darren Peterson is the next Kawhi Leonard, you have to take that chance. You can't worry because you're not going to find a Tim Duncan. And by
this year you could.
And drafting Cameron Boozer is, you know who Cameron Boozer is? He's freaking Keegan Murray.
Well, he's the bonus.
He's every player that they draft. It's a safe, he's a good pro.
Well,
but you got sometimes if you're that team, I'm trying to hit a home run.
And you could. That's why the Darren Peterson is so tough, because if I'm passing on Darren Peterson, it's because I like Caleb at North Carolina. I got another lead guard who could go get a bunch of buckets. I just chose that better because I trust him more. I just trust the fact now he might not get 24 a night, but he can step in and get 16, 18, that kind of stuff. So once you deal with a dude like that who just absolutely only will do it his way, and, our way is the way we win titles unless you're Michael or LeBron. It's just, I can't imagine going back to that well. And some guys have never had to deal with it, and those are the guys that'll draft a Darren Peterson. If, in fact, everything we're saying is true. Now, this might all be he's been hurt, and the team has been protecting him, and there's other stuff in play here. I don't think that's the case, but that might very well be the thing, and he's a perfectly good young man who's dealing with injuries that we haven't been talking about, that we haven't been told about.
Maybe so. All right, I want to I want to discuss the Team USA hockey team on the other side and the demonizing of them that's going on right now that I think is maybe a little bit unfair. We'll talk about that on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Arasti providers are all around San Antonio and continue to add new locations because they are successful. What they do works. So many of us live daily with pain that just keeps us out of doing things that we need to do, that we have to do, or the things that we love to do. And if you've reached that point in your life, you need to get it fixed. Stop sitting around and letting things happen while you are in pain. Arasti can see you today. You don't need a referral. And when you walk in that door, they're going to figure out why you're in pain. And that's really the key, right? Because once they figure out why you're in pain, you can fix the problem. They do it with a hands-on approach, and you're going to walk out ready to go. Under 4 visits is the average for most Arasti patients to get themselves back into the game. Whether that game's an NBA one, like Tony Parker or Becky Hammond, or it's a weekend Warrior game, you'll get yourself ready. They're all around San Antonio, but to make your appointment, write this number down. It's 1-800-404-6050, excuse me. The website is arasti.com. Go there. There's a map of all the providers. I bet there's one less than 10 minutes from where you are now. Listen, don't let pain keep you from doing things that they love. Arasti works. I am living proof. Call them today. Let them take care of you. Let them fix you. And when they do, come on by. Thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Got a couple of new accidents. 45 southbound New Braunfels. That wreck is in the right lane. A little bit of stop and go from Walters. And 1604 westbound Bulverde Road, accident right lane. Still have that stalled 18-wheeler I-10 eastbound at Ackerman. It's in the right lane, and road work continues 1604 westbound O'Connor to Redland Road. Stop and go from Judson. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal that actually feels like a win. With Straight Talk Wireless, you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises, all on Verizon's 5G network. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices, exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When you're vacationing in your RV, there are some things you can always count on. Laying out on a hammock, waking up to birds chirping, and board games with the family.
What? It's not cheating.
Frank, you're scaring the kids.
Oh, come on, guys. We're having fun. It's family time.
With Progressive, your RV is protected 24/7, so you're prepared for whatever you don't see coming.
Technically, it's a loophole.
It's a children's board game. You're a grown man, Frank.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we will have a champion to talk to. The reigning Valero Texas Open champion, Brian Harmon, will join us. We'll also react to the Spurs Pistons game, and we'll talk some combine with our good friend Shireen Williams from ProFootballTalk.com. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know it.
What? What? Hell yeah.
Crank it up, Vic! Yes. The best of you two.
Yes, sir.
It's the same band.
It's the metal version. It's the, what's the alter ego? The Gaines of U2? What was his name? Keith Gaines?
Of Garth Brooks?
Yeah.
It was Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines. This is the Chris Gaines of U2.
Yeah.
They're touring under a pseudonym.
Okay, so Team USA, the men's hockey team, is getting a little bit of grief in the last 24 to 36 hours. I think it's unwarranted. Now, there are people, I can already see it coming. There are people on our Brigade Bar chat who they say this about me every day, but they'll say it today, that I'm a misogynist and I hate lady sports. And I am, first of all, let me start by saying, if you heard and what this is all about is the White House, or the president calling Team USA when they're in the locker room.
The optics of our FBI director standing there beer-soaked, holding the phone, first of all, a very strange optic.
It's weird.
That was odd.
Now, I'm not saying that it's right that the FBI director flew there on my dime.
But what I'm trying to do, he used the excuses. We had some help. We had some cops here, and I'm flying over.
I
to
just
make sure
happened to be over. Yeah.
So okay, we'll buy it, whatever. But what I'm doing is setting the table for why the ire is there. Because first of all, the optics of Kash Patel standing there, like, what the hell are you doing there? And then the president speaks, and these guys are partying, so I'm not going to hold them accountable for their reaction to something the president said.
First of all, Kash Patel, who apparently is a hockey fan.
All right, sure.
Like when they announced that the pros were going to be playing in like 3 years ago, when the pros were going to be playing in the Olympics, he tweeted, "I'll be there." Okay, it's not like It's not like the coach called him and said, "Hey, Kash, come on in and party with us."
It just started out weird because you see the video and you go, "Why is he there?" And then you hear the president speak, and okay, so here we sit.
Here's my problem with it. The president calls Team USA. First of all, like if you expect everybody on Team USA to say, "We're not talking to the president," like,
that's nuts,
let's get real.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you think of the president, if the president calls you to congratulate you on winning a gold medal, the first hockey gold medal in 46 years, you're not going to reject the call. Okay. Second, these guys are already in celebration mode. They just this is the biggest moment of their lives. The biggest moment of their lives. Jack Eichel, who already has a Stanley Cup, said this was bigger than that. Like, so this is the peak of it for them. The idea that he's on there saying, and Trump says, I'm going to have to invite the women as well. And then, they're all.
Why would you say that?
Now, I want it to be
a problem.
I want it to be known when the first word that comes out of a hockey player's mouth when he says the women will be invited too is absolutely, and then another guy yells 2 for 2.
Yeah, they're in.
The men have been so supportive of the women. Jack Hughes, they asked him in his post-game presser, they were like, What'd you think when it happened? He said, the first person I thought of was Megan Keller, who scored
her golden goal.
She scored the overtime goal, and he just congratulated her the day before in the cafeteria. And he was like, the first thing I thought of was I talked to her, and I was like, what a cool thing it was for her to do that. And now here I am. I just did it. Like, to suddenly vilify the hockey team like they're a team full of Kid Rocks. And by the way, I'm not here to say, first of all, these are a bunch of white millionaires. Chances are good a lot of them are Trumpers.
I don't care.
I don't care what their politics are, though. What I care about is we're trying to demonize a bunch of dudes who did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
the thought that they were supposed to.
Oh, sorry, Mr.
Stop the call.
Since you said that,
stop the call. It's like that's not a funny joke. Like, no, these dudes are. It's celebration mode, and the men were so excited for the women to act like that they are.
I don't think
they're in on it. Legs. It just it doesn't make any sense to me. And
I think there's this either you're with me or you're against me kind of mentality on this one, and it shouldn't go there. This is sanctified ground. Both for the player, you don't say anything about who the president is. You pay homage to the office, and you show up. I mean, it's the president. If you want to, you don't have to go, but if you're invited, but you don't have to denigrate because somebody else said something. But I think it was the optics of Patel standing there where everybody went, what? So are you like the personal message boy bringing this? It just felt weird, and then they fall into it. And then there's the dichotomy of how the players are treated. Because as soon as the men win the championship, they jump on a charter jet to Miami Beach to further the celebration, and the ladies are getting coach fare on Ryanair back to Atlanta. They're flying But that's
the difference is those,
such is life.
The hockey, those are professional hockey
Exactly.
players. They're millionaires.
So people are looking at how well they're getting treated. They got the money to do that. Unfortunately, the ladies don't. That's just part of life.
Yeah, their day jobs pay a little more than the women
better.
hockey players.
I do think that this was a very brief, how dare you, till you realize, yet again, watch the highlight, and this is one of those things that those three initials, that USA thing that was on the front, that's kind of what we should be looking at.
Rudolph and AT Weeks. The optics are that you are who you hang out with. Yeah, the company you keep. That's the bottom line. You are the company you keep.
The dude walked into my locker room.
Dude, I didn't. The thing is, if this had happened,
right?
If this had happened 4 years ago,
it would have been Biden.
You think they would have not taken Joe Biden's call?
But let's be real. You're standing there and the president yet again does something, says that. And you're like, dude, you're ruining my moment.
Again, if you want to be mad at the president, that's a dumb thing to say.
Yeah, dude, what are you doing? You're killing me.
I hate it for these hockey players who in their biggest moment are having to they're held accountable for what the president of the United States and whatever you think, like you said, their jerseys say Team USA. When the president calls, you don't decline the call. It's
and then our Team USA president makes a joke about the women, who had a fantastic moment. It was just you get sucked into this vacuum of just trash, and everybody involved with it just gets soiled. I mean, I
just think it's unfair, and now that they're saying, the men were laughing at the prospect of sharing a White House visit with the women.
No, they weren't.
That's not the case, man. These dudes were celebrating the biggest moments of their lives, and the president made an ill-timed joke, which, wow, who
what else is new?
Who would have thought? To me, it's wild. We are now. These are guys who I hate to throw this word around, because I'm obviously a big supporter of the military, being a veteran myself. But this is a heroic moment, kind of. So now we're trying to villainize these dudes who just did this heroic thing, and it makes me insane that we can't find. There's got to be somewhere between, Trump laughing at the idea of women coming to the White House too, which is, again, I think dumb, and this super woke, everything's offensive. Can't we just be normal and realize that the president called and said a dopey thing while he was on the phone with a bunch of hockey players who were drinking and celebrating winning a gold medal?
Focus your anger in the right place.
I don't get it. I
don't think it's going to have much legs. I think that the victory lap is just beginning, and we're gonna love these dudes over the next 6 weeks, because we're gonna know everything about all 12, 14 of these guys backwards and frontwards, because they're just a great story. And the more you get to know these guys, the more you like them. There's no real jerks there. They just all seem like these guys are a great team, and they're having a great time, and everybody wants to be a part of that. I want to be a part of it.
I do too, but I also don't want to I've got people on my Instagram, because I posted some stories from the locker room, some stories from them celebrating. And by the way, mind you, these guys spent the majority of the time after they won their gold medal celebrating with the kids and the wife of a teammate who died. These are not bad guys.
Well, the people that are irate right now, they would have their findings. I don't pay attention to them, because if you're mad at this, you're not really paying attention either. You're just looking for a reason to be mad.
I think so.
I'm going to let that go by, because I do sense that over the next several days, as they make the morning shows and they do all the appropriate PR things that are going to be what the men's hockey team is going to become, we're all going to grow to love them, and this little thing's going to pass.
See, AT Week saying, yikes, AJ, LOL, when I say that we've got to find something between being woke crybabies that bitch about everything. You going yikes to that is exactly what I'm talking about. You're the person who's looking, I'm so offended, let me clutch my pearls. It's that society sucks when that's how we act. It sucks.
Well, you got a president who's saying crap like that.
I get it, that sucks too, but crying like bitches about it isn't the answer to it either. Let's be normal people and celebrate that the hockey teams won championships. It was awesome. Okay, so somebody wants to undermine what the girls did. Let him.
So, well, the president. I'm going to have to.
Let him.
You're like, man.
But that
seriously?
doesn't mean if you
You're
want to
ruining my moment, man. You said that, and I won the gold medal, and you said so. They're going to talk about that. Well,
But you want to be mad at the president?
No, I'm not.
Fine.
Yeah.
But don't be mad at the guys that he said it to.
Yeah, this is the biggest moment of my life. I will never surpass this. The birth of my kids will be the only thing that I'm going to experience that's going to be more impactful on my life. And I got a president saying something stupid, and I got to answer those kind of questions.
It's like sitting in the room when a comedian says a racist joke, and
you laugh,
and suddenly you're a racist because you heard him tell that joke.
Oh yeah, or you laugh,
you laugh, and it's like now you're a racist. But you can't do that.
Nah, it's just funny.
God. All right. AT Week says you don't like when people make assumptions about you, but you make assumptions about me. Okay, bud. No, I celebrate assumptions about me. I don't mind it at all. Assume away, friend. Assume away. We are halfway there on a Tuesday. We'll continue the action. We'll get back into the Spurs on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples has hot deals and super low prices on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app. Ends April 18th. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinagel. You know, now is a great time of year to get your roof inspected and ready for our crazy spring weather. Be it hot, cold, rain, or hail. Who knows what Mother Nature has in store for us this year. Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994. You know, your roof protects your home and your family. A quality roof overhead means comfort, confidence, and certainly peace of mind. Now is the time to get your roof ready for spring. Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiked spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Spring savings start early at Lowe's. Get a Cobalt 24-volt max leaf blower for just $99. It's powerful, lightweight, and ready to go. Plus, get 4 bags of Stay Green 1 cubic foot garden soil for just $10. Don't wait. Get everything you need to start on your spring projects today. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 3/4. Soil offer excludes Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still working that accident, 1604 westbound Bulverde Road. It's on the frontage road, only the right lane open, causing about a 15-minute delay, slow from Green Mountain. 90 eastbound 211 to 410, that's a 25-minute commute. Downtown 35 lower level, southbound 37 to I-10, that's closed with road work. And southbound 35 between 410 East Connector to St. Mary's, that's rolling stop and go. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, let's make it 9 in a row as the Spurs went into Detroit and beat them 114-103, improving to 41-16 on the season. Devin Vassell paced them with 28 points, going 7 of 11 from behind the arc, while Wemby added 21 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Up next on the trip, Toronto will take on the Raptors tomorrow night. In the NFL, Dallas Cowboys executive vice president and son of Jerry, Steven, said the team will franchise George Pickens in the next week at a projected $28 million fully against the cap. He reiterated they want him in Dallas and are hopeful to get the deal done. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. 8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. See a lot of passion on the Brigade Bar. A lot of passion.
A lot of emojis.
A lot of emojis. A lot of emojis. Listen, I am. I try not to get political on the show. I try to relate it to sports if I do have to get political, and that's why I did that. Like Rudolph says, you should get this passion about the lack of transparency from our government, AJ. Here's the thing about me. I am not a Republican or a Democrat. I am I don't like the government, period, ever. So that's to sit here and bitch about the government would be a long show. I don't have time for it. Yes, I wish the government was transparent about everything, but not everybody seems to want that.
They lied about the aliens.
Let's just carry on. I'm tired of this.
Thank you. Here's some good news, Rob. The Athletic yesterday posted their post-All-Star break power rankings. Now, this was
before the game?
Before the game. And I'm going to tell you, number one, now these are this is one man's thoughts, okay? This is Law Murray who posts the power rankings once a week. One man's thoughts, but here's what he said. Tier 1, number 1, the Detroit Pistons.
He's wrong.
He
was 4 hours early.
I agree. He says the Pistons still had Jalen Duren suspended and Isaiah Stewart super suspended when they came back from the All-Star break. Still crushed the Knicks to sweep that season series. Duren's back. Paul Reed's been excellent, and he needs to be a part of the rotation somehow when Stewart returns.
True.
But he's still got them number one. Number two, the San Antonio Spurs. So now, yesterday the Pistons were 1 and the Spurs were 2.
Spurs the best team in the NBA today. They've won 9 straight games. They have beaten all comers. Now, granted, a lot of teams laid down for them, and that's a testament unto itself, where you go into a game where you're not going to win with our best guys, so let's get some rest. That's not the case for all of them, but that has, in fact, happened. No, this is a comma, a moment in time. It's not a stop, but today, as the Spurs wake up, they're the best team in the NBA.
There are 3 teams now that were 40 before 20, 40 wins before 20 losses, which is kind of a good measuring stick usually of who the elite teams are. One more team still has a chance to be 40 before 20. That's Boston. They're 37-19 as we sit, but we'll see.
Yeah,
but it's Detroit, San Antonio, and Oklahoma City, and the Spurs. You know, this is a team that hadn't made the playoffs before the pandemic. Like that's the last time they made the playoffs. This is not just a surprise at this point. It is shocking that the Spurs are this good.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, today, the Spurs are the best team. Now,
in a week, we'll see.
We'll see with a healthy Shai Gilgeous, a healthy Jalen Williams.
Oh, there's a lot of guys. Yeah,
we'll see. But right now, I think the Spurs are maybe not even getting enough credit for what they're doing.
And this is road games they're winning. And roadies are always a little bit more difficult. But the fact is, they showed what the Spurs are fully capable of at their best last night. And at their best, it's going to be really hard for, I don't care what team, to beat them. On a one-off night, it's easy to be the best team. Are you the best team after playing a team 7 times? That's a whole other thing.
Way different.
So no, we're as good as we can possibly be right now, and that's saying a lot. We're as good as we could possibly be, and it's through the wear and tear of the season we've had allowed guys to fill some voids and do some things that we didn't think they were capable of. And last night was the best example. We were led by Devin Vassell and Champagny. Those were the 2 best players the Spurs had last night. Not Wemby. Not De'Aaron, not Castle, who was a dog. The best players on the court were 2 guys that are complementary players, which is the most frightening thing about what they did last night, because our best guys didn't play great. They played good enough, but our good guys played great, and that's where champions are built.
I stand by this about San Antonio. They are the, if not the only team, they're one of the only teams. In Detroit, I think Detroit may have fallen into this too. Maybe Houston is the other one. So I'll go with San Antonio and Houston are the only 2 teams that I can look at as like these are serious contender type teams that if you say the other team's allowed to take a player off the floor and say he's not allowed to play in this series, those are the only 2 teams who I still think have a chance. Because if you take Wemby off the floor for a 7-game series,
no,
the Spurs
they
can beat a lot of teams. If you take De'Aaron Fox, the Spurs can beat, like they've proven it.
There's
everybody
a
else
there.
Is so reliant on one guy and then some orbit around him. I think eventually the Spurs will be that with Wemby, but right now there's too many guys that if Wemby's gone, they're still a very viable contender.
I agree for a short amount of time. Let's focus on the negative. Why will the Spurs lose?
Because they've never been there before.
Oh, let's get past that. Is there a manpower issue? Are we short a dude? Do we have a deep enough bench? Is there something you look at the team and go?
You're still kind of a crummy 3-point shooting team. The worst thing you can be, a high volume, low percentage 3-point shooting team. And I think, as we saw last night, you can be bullied out of the paint.
Offensive rebounding is a problem. That our defensive rebounding, their offensive rebounding can be a problem. I think that's one of those things that can be imminently fixed. And you hit on the other one. We will go as we shoot. And every NBA team will. And I think we saw the other side of the coin on the team that we beat. They will also go as they shoot. And we saw what a team looks like when they can't.
Yeah, if the three-point percentages had flipped last night,
we'd have looked like Detroit.
It would have been a bad night for the Spurs.
It would have been that ugly. So I do think that there's a flaw, that we have a flaw that is measurable and obvious. We're not, but when Oklahoma City is full on, they don't have a measurable and obvious flaw other than they don't shoot terrifically, but they got enough different dudes that they can maybe find a guy. They're still on a different level than the Spurs are. Denver,
fully healthy they are.
Yeah, and Denver is also still on a different level, I think, when fully functioning. But over the last 3 weeks, what we've seen from San Antonio is the negatives are getting harder and harder to find. There's only one, and it's the ability to consistently shoot threes. And if we can't do that, nobody can win, but us especially. And the effort stuff will take care of rebounding. That's an X's and O's and 1-2 thing. But the shooting thing can't be fixed. We are who we are. We have to rely on heat.
But you know what? Like, a lot of it is you don't have to be a heavy three-point shooting team if you don't get punked out of the paint.
Truth. And that's going to change. Last night, that's why I think our little text list, our small radio dude list, I was so furious with Wemby after the start and watched in the second quarter as they decided, after timeout, all right, let's beat him up. And with every possession for the next 8 minutes, it was further and further out. And then there was that little stretch where he got cookied. Remember, Cade cookies him. Then he comes down, tries to make a play, screws it up, gets the ball again, takes a fadeaway three. Mitch calls a timeout. Like, all right, what are you doing, man? You're playing into exactly what they want you to do. And to his credit, that second half, while not graceful, while not poetic, was as hard a fought half of basketball I think Victor's ever played.
Yeah, I think that the Spurs are learning to win when there's adversity, and that's a great thing.
Scary.
This team is special. I still, I worry about them come playoff time because really no one wins their first time in the playoffs. It just doesn't happen. Historically in the NBA, go look at every great team. They have to go to the playoffs and get crap shoveled down their throat for a year, and then they come back and they learn from that, and they become what they're going to be. The Warriors are always a great example to me, like the Mark Jackson Warriors, who had to they got their ass handed to them in the playoffs, and then they came back the next year. And a lot of people will say it was Steve Kerr. I just think it was the experience that they needed. They got the experience they needed, and they became a dynasty. I think the Spurs are fully capable of that. I'm trying to temper my excitement that it could be this year because it just doesn't happen. But this is clearly a special thing going on right now, and it's exciting to see, man. It's exciting to see it. And you know what? Like, if I were a Pistons fan, I'd be feeling the same way. Like because they've come around very quickly too. That's why I think Detroit still, come playoff time, they're going to have to see the Celtics. They're going to have to see the Cavs, like the teams that have been there and done it.
The thing that struck me about Detroit was I'd watched them enough to know what they were capable of. I didn't know they played that fast. I didn't know that they pushed the ball up court as fast. I think the Spurs and Detroit actually are leading in volume. I think that both of them, as far as pace, are 1 and 2 as far as winning teams.
Yeah.
So they're right up there. Detroit tries to overcome their inability to hit the kickback three by just beating you to the rim, and they're a big team to be as fast as they are. That was what impressed me about them last night is they just kept coming at you, and they got 3 dudes that have broad shoulders that can dribble all the way to the rim, and there's not a lot you can talk about. You talked to Paul Reed. What a revelation.
Yeah.
Without Isaiah in there, Paul Reed can really play. Detroit, man, oh man, I don't want to see them in a 7-game series. You just do not want to have to go into that stadium and play them 3 or 4 times.
Nick says, how many dynasties are there in the NBA? Like, historically? Like,
we get one a decade.
I mean, the Lakers have had a couple. The Celtics had one in the 50s to the 60s. The Bulls, Spurs,
do we
and
define
Warriors.
Do we define a dynasty 3 and 2 and 4, 3 and 5? What is a dynasty?
3 and 5, yeah. Or like the Warriors were 4 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it's a sustained run. It's got to be, you got to probably win 3 titles at least.
I think so.
because I don't think of the Rockets as a dynasty. They won back-to-back, but that wasn't a dynasty. The Pistons wasn't a dynasty. You got to have 3 rings in a 6 to 7 year span, and you've got to be competitive in the other years.
Yeah, you have to be laid out on all the other ones. But yeah, I think that's what it takes to be a dynasty. And it's funny how it's just you just have such a shorter window. Dynasties, we had to define a dynasty as it used to be the Celtics 10 years in a row.
Yeah.
Lakers
that doesn't exist.
7 out of 10. But no, you win 3 and 5, you're a dynasty.
Yeah, but we haven't had one since Golden State, and that wrapped in 2022, their last title. But they won 4 titles in 8 years. That ain't easy.
That's top of the chain.
And they were there the rest of the time. I think that right. And Oklahoma City, I said it, at the end of last season, I think they're starting it. They've got to prove now that they can stay healthy. They were healthy a lot last year. Besides Chet.
They ain't going anywhere anytime soon.
I don't think so either. Like, let's not. I'm not even getting out the hammer and chisel to start tapping on their tombstone.
Seriously,
yet.
This has been a hibernating bear for the last 6 weeks. That's what Oklahoma City is. They've just been asleep. But this is a juggernaut still coming. And they not only are they going to get Shea back, but now they got themselves a point guard that's starting to play, and they're going to take some of the heat off of Shea when the playoffs come and he'll be fresher this year than he was last. That's a scary proposition.
Yep. All right. I got to tell you guys about Underdog Fantasy. Oh, I popped on Underdog last night. I hit a 3-1. I didn't get 5,000 times my money, but I got 3x my money. I told you guys I was playing Wemby lower on his points, and I did. I thought that he would have a hard time. I thought they were going to bully him, and they did. I used a little a profit boost that they had on the NBA picks, and I ended up with just two legs. Better than 3-1 on my money. Hard to beat that. And every night they got something cooking at Underdog, whether it's NBA, college basketball, they got it there. You pick your favorite players, they're going to go higher and lower on their stats, points, rebounds, assists, whatever it is. If you're right, you could win up to 5,000 times your money or less, but even 3 times your money, still pretty damn cool if you ask me. I'm going to be on the college hoops tonight. I'm going to take a night off from the NBA, but there's a lot of great college games tonight. So just check out Underdog, see what games you're into. And again, you find the player that you want to get down on. Do you think they go higher or lower? It's a very easy game. Download the app today. Use promo code Alamo. You'll get $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. You can't beat that. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks and win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Monday, March 30th at the Golf Club of Texas. Get your slot now. $150 per person or $500 per foursome. The Spring Golf Classic, benefiting fitting animals at no-kill shelters across Texas, is presented by Flight by Yingling, sponsored in part by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, PPL Motorhomes, and Ancira.com. The Spring Golf Classic, Monday, March 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Well, Joel, it's my favorite time of the year. It's rodeo time, and I've got the best quarter moon marketing idea ever. It's all about branding. So I've got this. It's called a branding iron.
Folks, you don't need a branding iron to remember Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quarter Moon has the expertise, local talent, and fast, reliable service.
So how does the branding iron work?
Well, are those new pants?
Yes. Why?
Turn around.
Turn around my...
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899.
License number M16004. TACLA 141074E.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. For the past 32 years, I've represented San Antonians injured in auto accidents. I'm a second-generation attorney here in town. My father, Bob Thompson, has practiced law here in San Antonio for more than 50 years, and I learned how to practice law from him. I learned what it means to be asked to represent a client and the tremendous honor and obligation that comes with being someone's attorney. And here's what that means for you. If you call my office, I will be the one you speak to. I will be your attorney, not a staff member or a junior lawyer. 2, I have one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. 3, relationships. A good one is built on communication, honesty, and time. I like talking to my clients. They're the only reason I go to work every day, and each is very special and very much appreciated. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, please call me. My name's Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or you can go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
I'm Shanola Hampton. Every day, millions of people face hunger. Today, I will share with you some of their experiences. I'm stuck between paying for medications or paying for food. John from Maine. After paying my bills, I can buy groceries. It's sad to say, food comes last. Alice from Oregon. I thought pantries were for less fortunate people, but anybody could be less fortunate in a day or even a second. Claire from Virginia. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. No one should have to worry where their next meal will come from. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Talk about crazy. Have you bought the Mayweather-Pacquiao tickets yet?
Oh, I haven't.
For the Sphere?
No.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
The Sphere?
Oh,
How cool
yeah.
would that be? Mayweather-Pacquiao 2 in the Sphere. You're going to see 2 old-ass men fight, at least do it in the Sphere.
That's the dumbest thing I have. Who exactly buys a ticket to this?
I don't know.
How much are you going to be, like 12 grand?
I'd be interested in seeing it.
Well, just to be in the Sphere, that's the only reason I go.
Yeah,
I'd
I just want to go
it.
to the Sphere, yeah.
But Pacquiao, Mayweather, dude.
Yeah.
How desperate are we?
Did you see a couple things going on in college sports? First of all, Charles Bediako files an appeal in another attempt.
Go away, brother.
Like, dude.
Go away.
You can't be a professional college basketball player for your whole life. Like,
seriously, man. My dad told me to stop. I stopped. I went away.
Yeah.
Go away. It was a good run. You had a chance. Go play in the NBA. You're good enough.
Yes.
He is. He's good enough to play
or
in the
at
league.
least in the G League.
He's good enough to be in the league if he puts his mind to it.
Yeah, or to play overseas. Like, you can do this.
Go away, man. You gave it a college try. I appreciate the effort. Now go away.
So the deal is he is attempting to return to play for Alabama. He filed an appeal to the Alabama Supreme Court yesterday, 2 weeks after a Tuscaloosa County Circuit Court judge denied the motion. While that case is pending, he's seeking a, quote, interim injunctive relief that would allow him to play immediately.
So this is the angle. Truly, his lawyers decided, I just got to get you through April. And I know that the legal process is slow, that filings and days pass.
Yes.
All I got to get you through is April the 6th. If I can just get a judge to give me some temporary relief, which is the only relief that he can offer is, go play till we figure this out. Well, they might figure, and his hope is, it goes trial, whatever, we figure it out in May, but everything else is done. We already played the games, and he got to do what he wanted to do. So you can see the game he's playing. He's just looking for a friendly judge to give him 10 days here, and 12 days here, 15 days here, and before you know it, the season's done.
Once you sign...
Yes. Yes.
This guy signed a contract with the Spurs.
You signed a freaking contract. I can get the nebulous. Well, I was promised and I worked out, and then they drafted me, and it was weird, and I didn't like it, but then I didn't sign anything. No, you signed a paper.
Dude, when you sign a two-way contract, that means you're not guaranteed anything. Like, you're probably more likely to, and he did play for the Austin Spurs.
So, time to go.
But I think that's what he's trying to do here. I think he's trying to just
get to the end of the season.
File appeals until the season's over, and then be like, okay, you guys got me.
You're right. You won. You're right.
As soon as they're knocked out of the tournament, you guys got me. The NCAA president now, for what it's worth, Charlie Baker, on February 9th, when they said that, it's not going to work, when they denied it, the NCAA president said, the court saw this for what it is. It's an attempt by professionals to pivot back to college and crowd out the next generation of students.
Yep.
Common sense won around today, and that's the best way I could put it. Like, I can't tell you what's right or wrong, because, again, the landscape is changing so much, but I do know what common sense is, and common sense tells me once you say, I'm going to the NBA, you sign an NBA contract, you find out you're not really good enough to play in the NBA, or you can make more money going back to college. Sorry, buddy, you made your move.
And it's not
common sense tells me you made your move.
And beyond that, it's not like he did it in a vacuum. He talked to a bunch of people.
Yes.
And trust me, he did it in the environment that other colleges were offering him money, and he chose to take other money than the money that he was being offered. It wasn't like he did it because of hardship. I had to go make some money. Dude, you were making money. You're playing Division I basketball at Alabama. I bet you're making $500,000 right now. I guarantee you he's making $500,000. So you chose more money.
The regular season ends on March 7th. Bediako's motion indicates his request will become moot without interim relief.
I have to have the relief now, or you can never relieve me. The season will be over. So,
with the appeal process unlikely to resolve before the season concludes.
So a judge, all he has to do is say yes, and you'll get enough time as they procedurally pass through this. It's silly and it's embarrassing. And the problem is we're dealing with, by design, a neutered, feckless NCAA. Charlie Baker has no power at all. None. He's Judge Wapner. I mean, you can talk about it on TV and decide amongst those people, but when you step out of that room, you have nothing. You have no power other than a bully pulpit, and that's what we wanted.
Yeah,
we being fans, we killed the NCAA. Now, the colleges were willing participants, but we as fans were just sick and tired of this other crap that they brought. So now we have nothing. We have the other side of the coin, which some would say is even worse than where we were.
Yeah, I don't think this
is.
I don't think this is ideal, though.
No. But this is the world that we built, and the pendulum swings, and it'll come back. But right now, the reason the pendulum swings is because of guys like Bediako, where you go, we've gone too far. But now I don't know when this is too far, but I know this is too far.
Elsewhere in college sports, North Carolina State got a heck of a dadgum quarterback.
Dadgummit?
Dadgummit.
Which boy is he? Is he number 4 or number 7?
I'm not sure.
Does Philip know his name?
Gunner is his name. I don't know if Philip knows that. But he is headed to North Carolina State. Gunner Rivers, the son of, quite frankly, one of the best quarterbacks that North Carolina State's ever had.
I'll tell you what, he's going to be good. You know he's good.
He is a 4-star recruit.
Mm-hmm.
He is one of the 20 highest rated commits in North Carolina State football history. This is a big get, but it's kind of fun that, he's been playing for his dad
And he had a heck of a high school team, didn't he?
Yeah, pretty damn good. Yeah, he's his stats in high school. In 2025, he threw for 3,200 yards, 46 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Also ran for 33 times, 200 yards and a touchdown. He's yet to throw for less than 3,000 yards in a season, and he's been starting since he was a freshman. So over 12,000 passing yards in his high school career.
Well, it's good to have a dad that's a pro football quarterback.
Not too bad.
Access to every high-level coach for 150 miles.
Yeah, that does sort of help. So he can't play until 2027, but he could be in line to contend for the starting job as a true freshman with incumbent starter C.J. Bailey has 2 years left. So good to see Gunner Rivers out there sooner than later. Gunner. What a name, Gunner.
I'm serious. Is this his oldest son? I mean, I know he's got like 14 kids.
He's got a lot of kids. Most of them are girls.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
right.
Most of his kids are daughters, I think. I'm not really sure how many he's got, but he's got a handful.
He doesn't seem old enough to have anybody older than this. I mean, he's
got to be one of his older ones, yeah. Jeff Monken, the Army coach, said he would like to see Army-Navy moved up a week so that the college football playoff can start earlier.
I think as long and we have a presidential. Didn't Trump say we are setting aside a day for Army-Navy and no team shall play other than Army-Navy on that day?
I hope so. They didn't do that this last year. There was some other games.
So I think after Trump, I'm for that. I think it does need its own weekend. But if you are going to move it to another weekend, there's a whole lot of other teams that are playing. So the logistics of this might not be as easy as it sounds.
So here's what Jeff Monken says. He wants to see it moved up to help the football playoffs start a week earlier. There are calls to wrap up the season earlier than late January, and Monken said moving Army-Navy back to Thanksgiving weekend is necessary. He said there's not an appetite for college football season to go all the way to the end of January. There's a real hope that we can get this thing into one semester and have the championship game around January 1st, which I think would be awesome. Now, the college football playoff doesn't compete with the NFL. They do whatever they can to avoid competing with the NFL, and they give their team a full week between games. So there's these 2-week layoffs between rounds that they're trying to avoid. No one likes it.
Yeah, so I'm kind of with him. But again, the logistics, if we do truly want to have them set aside with their own day, it can't be Thanksgiving.
And if Army-Navy moves back to Thanksgiving weekend, then the CFP could begin a week earlier and thus prevent late winter championship
I don't like it. I don't think it's a good idea for the sanctity of that game. It will get lost in the trees.
Now, he says, now you could give them the Friday of Thanksgiving. He says, we don't need the whole day. Give us a 4-hour block. Make it where we're the only game. Nobody else plays during that 4-hour block. That still protects the game. It'd almost be like a Monday night football or a Thursday night football, whatever.
I love the game. I think it is truly an American thing that needs to be spotlighted and highlighted. You put them in a 4-hour window on the Friday after Thanksgiving, they'll get lost in the shuffle.
Okay, what about this? What about you play 2 NFL games on Thanksgiving, and the Thursday night game is Army-Navy?
Now that might
tell me people wouldn't tune into that.
I think there might be something to that. I do. I agree with that.
That's
I think that would be a spotlight appropriate to this because it does need to be the only thing in town because there's so much more to it than the football being played.
Lions game, Cowboys game, Army-Navy.
You know what? I think that could be a workable solution. I do because I do want it to have a singular kind of spotlight on it because it does mean it's our annual. It's not an Olympic event for the United States, but, it is. It's a unifying. We don't care who wins or loses.
Honestly,
we just want to see the game.
It might even be better, instead of doing it as the night game, do it as the noon kick,
maybe
the early game, and then have the Lions and Cowboys alternate who plays the night game.
And nothing on Friday.
Right? There'll be other stuff on Friday. It's rivalry weekend.
Texas and A&M will be on Friday now, and
Iron Bowl, all those things, Egg Bowl, all those things go on that weekend.
But if you give them a standalone time slot on Thanksgiving Day, I think it satisfies both things.
Maybe. I'm not anti. I'm really not. I just want to maintain that there is a singularity. There's nothing else but the Army-Navy. And if they're willing to sacrifice a whole day for a 4-hour block, who am I to say? But I don't want it to lose that thing that it is.
The next one is set to take place December 12th at MetLife, so in New Jersey, technically. And they're like the big thing on that is they're celebrating the 25th anniversary, commemorating the 25th anniversary of 9/11. Celebrating 9/11, maybe not the best way to say it. Commemorating.
You know, the last time they were in New York, one of the true, really interesting experiences in my radio life was we broadcast our show from the Intrepid, the boat there in the harbor.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
That is pretty cool.
One of the more fantastic things I've gotten to do.
We got to bring us back to Army.
I hope
maybe.
they better.
Sucked missing it this year. Jason and Joe, they're having all the fun, eating crab.
Just walking the streets of Baltimore like with not a care in the world.
Yeah. Look, like walking the streets where The Wire was filmed, like just
look out,
night.
Omar coming. But they were saying, look out, Minnick's coming.
Minnick's coming.
Minnick's coming down.
Oh, hey. Minnick's coming.
Minnick's here. Oh, Minnick's the crime stopper.
All right, we've we're running out of time. It's already we got one segment left this hour, and then we got a little under 90 minutes left.
We haven't even talked about the Cowboys acquisitions.
Well, let's do that on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute definitely slowing down right now along 35 northbound, Tupper Wine up to FM 1518. That's a solid 20-minute commute. 90 eastbound 211 to 410, 20 minutes. On 35 southbound 410 East Connector to St. Mary's, that's rolling stop and go. Takes you about 15, 17 minutes. And a 10, 12-minute ride along 281 southbound Stone Oak Parkway on down to Mulberry. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
The future won't wait. Neither should you. That's why American Public University offers affordable, flexible master's programs to keep you moving forward. American Public University, built for what's next. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
Hey, it's time to shoot your shot on PrizePicks and get $50 instantly in lineups. It's easy to do when you play your first $5. That's right. PrizePicks is now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play for your first 5. PrizePicks makes every dunk, every dime, every board that much more exciting. So don't miss the chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. PrizePicks. It's always so good to be right. I've played PrizePicks for years now. You know why? Because I can play my players the more or less, and I can combine my favorite sports, football, basketball, hockey. No matter what they can play, I can pick the more or less and get it down. And with a new feature alert, PrizePicks has early payouts. That's right. If your player gets off to a hot start, you know you have an option to cash out early. Get those winnings before the game even finishes. Find your community on PrizePicks. It's easy to find the social feeds. You can listen to those you trust or be the trusted. That's right. PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks today right now and use the code Alamo and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The big game's just around the corner. Remember the code Alamo and get $50 in lineups every time you play for the first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's so good to be right.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Got hockey fever after the Olympics? The NHL season resumes tomorrow night after the Olympic break, and the Dallas Stars are in action, taking on the Seattle Kraken. Hi, Jason Minix here, inviting you to a Dallas Stars watch party at McIntyre's North Star location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars went into the Olympic break on a 6-game winning streak and are currently third in the Western Conference standings. At the watch party Wednesday night, you can register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes airfare for two, a hotel, and 2 game tickets. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. And you could also win some exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear like hats and t-shirts. Stars in Seattle Kraken. Puck drops tomorrow night at 7 at McIntyre's North Star with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit JesseHernandezLaw.com. That's JesseHernandezLaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we will have a champion to talk to. The reigning Valero Texas Open champion, Brian Harmon, will join us. We'll also react to the Spurs Pistons game, and we'll talk some combine with our good friend Shireen Williams from ProFootballTalk.com. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Remember when Diddy ruined this song?
Oh.
I like the in the documentary where the dude's like, "Yeah, I wrote this," and then Diddy took it for himself and ruined it.
And ruined the whole thing.
Yeah. Got Godzilla yelling in the back. Yeah, take that, take that, take that. Oh, stupid Diddy. We can all agree.
Yeah, he's a dumbass.
We're against Diddy.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever
For
you
a
think
lot of reasons.
Whatever you think about the president calling the hockey team, we can all agree. F Diddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
Nobody's team Diddy.
He wanted that.
Oh, yeah. Or he wanted to watch, depending on...
Well, some of the stories I'm reading, it was a community decision.
Come with me. That's what he said on the song. You think that's what he...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, might have some different meaning.
Unleash the Punisher.
The Dallas Cowboys. It's funny. There's differing reports. There are reports saying the Cowboys are strongly leaning to franchise George Pickens, and then there are reports that say George Pickens has been franchised by the Dallas Cowboys.
We heard Steven say we're working toward the deal. We'd like to have it done in a month, but they're going to franchise it. So they're the one that worked toward the deal. I mean, all they have to do is soothe Mr. Pickens' anger at losing probably $10 million being franchised. I mean, that's the only thing that's happening now. They've told us they're going to franchise him, and I think maybe that was we're going to do it in a week. If you want him, call us. But in 4 or 5 days, the franchise tag will be laid. So if you have any designs, Buffalo,
Yeah, so start putting together a trade package.
Find something because this is what we're going to do, which I guess might be the shot across the bow. But what struck me yesterday was it's going to be strange if the Cowboys start doing things like normal football teams and just sign guys and not push it down the road and just, this for that and wait, we're going to sign him. But, things we got to work on. If they just, go about their business and do things like other regular NFL teams, I don't know what I'm going to do.
If and when George Pickens gets tagged or signs a new deal, whichever way the Cowboys decide to do it, the Cowboys will then have 8 players on the roster making at least $20 million annually, which would be the most of any team in the NFL.
Ask, how does that stack up?
The
against
Eagles
the others?
Currently have 7. George Pickens would give them 8. Now, the question is, George Pickens is eventually going to command $30+ million a year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe the Cowboys are going to be in the market to pay him $30+ million a year. They're going to franchise him
1 year.
And the question becomes, are they going to franchise him and use him, or franchise him and use him as
I think both.
A trade asset?
I think both. I think but I come to Pickens and I tell him this. Look, you're going to take a pay cut, but for a year, I will do my dead level best not to have to franchise you again. But at that point, that'll be a little bit on you because you'll want to make a deal. But I will assure you this. If you do come this year and you do the things that we expect this offense to do, you're going to be in a position to be the highest paid wide receiver in football. And I will let you have that opportunity.
He would have a guaranteed contract worth $28 million if they do tag him. And he would have until July 15th to negotiate a long-term deal.
I don't think there'll be a long-term deal coming.
I don't think there is either. I think the Cowboys, who are looking to bolster their defense and also create salary cap space, it seems unlikely. But there's also thought that the Cowboys would be maybe interested in not just trading for draft picks, but trading for another ready-to-start NFL defensive player.
I'm not against it, but you have to have the thing to move. And the way you have that move is either to sign him to a deal that a lot of teams can take on, which would mean back-heavy money and, some weird things, some gymnastics that the Cowboys would have to do to make it an easy contract to move, or you just build into the plans, look, I'm going to spend $28 million and I'm going to have a vanishing asset.
Yeah.
And I will lose him to free agency, and I'll get some recompense in draft picks. That's, I'll get those because he's gone. But the fact is, they're going to build in a net loss for him for a 1-year success story. And if he plays through the roof like we expect him to, you'll go catapult, and maybe the Cowboys will decide you stay, and we'll find a way to pay you. But
what if you franchise George Pickens and you turn around and trade him for Max Crosby?
I would have to see again. I'm of the belief that I'd rather spend this money on defense. I think there are two immediate
Dallas
fixes
should think that way.
in the NFL. One of them is a quarterback, a substantive quarterback, and the other one is an edge rusher. Those things cure evils. They're more than just Band-Aids. They're an inoculation. When you have a Micah Parsons or an edge rusher that can cut a half second off a pass route, dude, that matters, and it'll change a team overnight. So I'm all about bang for buck, and I don't really want to pay Pickens. I get it. I'm with you. I'm not anti this move, but I'm much more pro. Go get a defensive dude, and if it takes trading that for Crosby, I applaud you. If you can go get Cincinnati kid, I applaud.
Well, he's a full free agent. If you want him, you got to just pay him.
But I'm
can't
just saying,
for him now.
If you're going to put your money someplace, $30 million, I'd rather you park it on the other side of the ball. But if you can't and it's not available to you, I have no problem with Pickens for a year. Just don't saddle yourself because of a brief dalliance and success with long-term mortgage that you just can't afford to deal with.
Well, what this boils down to is the reason why they would tag him instead of paying him long-term is they are going to focus their long-term assets on the defensive side of the ball. Now, again, this according to Calvin Watkins, George Pickens has already said that when I get a new contract, I'm going to be north of $30 million a year.
Yeah, and he deserves it. This will be the Cowboys writing that check.
But with the franchise tag at 28, I just think he's going to wait one more year before he. But the Cowboys are $24 million over the cap. They can't They got problems already trying to fit this money.
I'm really curious. Think about the timing. They announced Javante's contract, and then the same day, sometime afterwards, Steven comes out. So I guarantee you that contract played a huge role in how they're going to find the money to pay him this year. That there's something in there. I don't know. Not having seen the terms. Because I do think that the timing mattered. They got Javante's deal done, and then they could focus on what it would cost and how and what they would have to do to get Pickens, and they made the numbers work. And then as soon as they made the numbers work, Steven's out there, look, we're going to franchise.
The other thing to consider is, we talked about this a little bit with Darren Peterson earlier. Like, remember what you're getting, and it's real easy to look at the bright side of things. And George Pickens last year, it was all bright side.
There's a reason he's here.
There's a reason why George Pickens didn't work out in Pittsburgh, because George Pickens he has a history of being a bit of a headache. He has a history of temper tantrums. Now imagine you franchise him. He doesn't get paid what he wants. Do you think that he's going to be thrilled? Do you think he's going to be a good soldier?
No, I don't think so. But I will say this about him. He did do everything the Cowboys asked of him. And it's really easy to look like a bad seed, a prima donna, a diva in Pittsburgh, because that's a blue-collar town. It doesn't take a whole lot to look like a prima donna in Pittsburgh. And I'm not saying that he wasn't. I'm not saying that he didn't deserve all the reasoning for cutting him loose because he didn't fit in Pittsburgh. But when you took that personality in Pittsburgh, that was pretty obvious and evident that he landed in Dallas. He's just one of several dudes just like him. There's a bunch of other guys walking around the locker room with bigger egos than you. And he kind of blended in. So I do think there was he got into a tide that he can float with, and everybody else is kind of on the same altitude. So I do think it was environment that helped. But also his success. And again, like I told you, if I'm Steven, I'm telling him, look, man, you have another year like this. If you have one more year like you just had, you're going to deserve $38 million. And people will knock on your door to pay you that eagerly if you do it one more year. They'll have 2 years under the belt, and they'll go, he survived the circus that is the Cowboys and flourished. So I do think the long term, it'll benefit him. But right now, if I'm Pickens, I woke up this morning pissed. I'm going to lose $10 million.
And that's the thing. I don't know that, and C-Note says it's all true, but Pickens brought out the best in this offense, the best in Prescott, with his offensive looked the same last year without Pickens. You're right. The Cowboys' offense looked great this year, and I think a lot of it was because of Pickens. But that was a Pickens that was excited to be out of Pittsburgh, and now you're going to be dealing with. I don't want to say a malcontent, because I can't say that until I see it, but a potential malcontent George Pickens. And
the good news is you got a quarterback that's going to make you look good. You got an offense that you can thrive in, and they're going to rely on you. You're now a vital piece of this offense, where last year you were just kind of a hope. We hope that he can come back to the form that we thought he was capable of when he was drafted. Well, he's far surpassed that. Dude, you're about to become a star. Just do what you've been doing, and you will be wealthy beyond your wildest dreams, which you probably already are. But then you're going to be wide receiver 1 on a brand new team that you'll get to pick your team, you'll get to pick your quarterback, you get to pick your OC, you'll get to do all that if you put in one more year.
Yeah.
And I think it's
but in his mind, he's like, that's what I did last year.
Exactly, and that's why you're going to have to sue them. And I do think that's why Steven said, we're going to try to get it done in the next week, because I don't know what his altitude is. He might be, screw you guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to come back. I deserve more. Let me go.
It's once you tell a guy once, okay, that you're going to do this, and then you say, okay, and then you try to push it back again. It's like with my wife. If I'm out at the bar and I tell my wife, I'm going to leave here in 20 minutes. And then 20 minutes, she calls again. And I say, I got caught up. I'm going to leave in 20 more minutes. Now she's starting to get pissed. And then if I leave 20 minutes after that, now she's just furious with me. That's kind of like what the franchise tag is. It's kicking the can down the road and like trying to put off the inevitable and knowing that
and players
eventually this comes to a head, man.
And they're savvy. I mean, they've been promised and not delivered for most of their career in one way or another. And one way to certainly lose a player is promise him one thing and not deliver. And the Cowboys, I think they saved him last year. They did. I think he had a little bit of thank you.
They revitalized his reputation,
and now
his worth.
He's going to have to take that step forward. And if you are going to be a $40 million a guy, they're going to say you're going to have to be a team player. You're going to have to do all this kind of stuff, which probably isn't going to ring very true because, dude, I did it last year. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, I've already proven that I'm worthy. And the financial structure that the NFL has hamstrung me, has stopped me from making the money that I think I deserve. And I'm going to be a bad citizen until I get it.
And Gilbert says, it seems Pickens bonded with CD Dak and the head coach. He may be unhappy, but I think he'll still shine on offense. And that's the way you try to sell it to him. But I can tell you right now, you know what George Pickens is thinking? I'm one, bad twisted ankle away from
nothing.
Like, my value goes way down again. His value is at its peak right now.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's got to stay healthy for another year and have this high-level performance for another year to get paid when he thought he had done everything he needed to.
Why pay me? You got the money.
I did what I was supposed to do.
Yep.
This is why guys get pissed off. But again, I still don't know if the Cowboys plan on keeping him. I think tagging him is the right move. Not letting him walk away for nothing is not the right move.
No, and I tell you what, I would not if Vegas came calling and they want to put together a high-end wide receiver with this young rookie quarterback, I would not be opposed to listening real closely.
I would too, man. Because it does two things. It brings you a controlled asset in Max Crosby that's a position of need. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to take on money,
and it's a new deal,
the plan is you're going to take on money on the defensive side. So now you've got a player is good, not a hope that your draft brain trust is going to find someone good, because we all know how that's worked out lately. And you also you get something in return for what you gave up on
That's the best
Pickens.
outcome of this.
I think so too. All right, we've got 1 hour left of programming, friends. 1 hour. I don't know what you guys are going to do for the rest of the day after we're gone, but it
Sign
ain't
up
us.
for our golf tournament is what they're going to do.
That's a good idea. We'll tell you how to do that a little bit later on in the show. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding the work with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new Luxe Value menu has 10 lavish indulgences, all $3 or less. It's easy to get carried away. Like when you try the new mini taco salad, you might ask, do I need a salad fork? The fork in the bag's fine. Luxe Value menu at participating locations while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
Synergenics and Low T Center are extending their New Year's promos to give you the new start you need. If you've been feeling exhausted or have lost your sex drive, book a free T test at Synergenics and Low T Center. No risk, no commitments, just answers. Pick up discounted peptides and GLP-1s. These clinics have the highest quality testosterone covered by insurance and tailored to your body. This deal won't last forever, so head to lowtcenter.com or synergenics.com and book your free TRT appointment today.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
James was diagnosed at 3 months old with neuroblastoma. We went from thinking we had a healthy 3-month-old little boy, all of a sudden he had this super serious cancer. It was heartbreaking. He had chemotherapy until he was just under a year old, and at that point he was in remission.
Went that way for a year and then relapsed February of 2023, and here we are 1 year later finishing up treatment, hopefully.
The research is extremely important. The treatments that they're developing here get shared with all the doctors to help treat children worldwide.
It's contributing something like one more piece of the puzzle to curing this horrible disease. We all want the same thing. We all want our children to live, have long, meaningful lives.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, We fix pain fast.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Even if you've given up on your New Year's resolutions, one health habit that's easy to keep is Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver protects your liver so you can enjoy life to the fullest. Online at Amazon, in stores at CVS, Walgreens, and now GNC.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans if you have any questions along the way? Beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute definitely slowing down right now along 35 northbound, Tupperwine up to FM 1518. That's a solid 20-minute commute. 90 eastbound 211 to 410, 20 minutes. On 35 southbound, 410 East Connector to St. Mary's, that's rolling stop and go. Takes you about 15, 17 minutes. And a 10, 12-minute ride along 281 southbound, Stone Oak Parkway, on down to Mulberry. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, let's make it 9 in a row as the Spurs went into Detroit and beat them 114-103, improving to 41-16 on the season. Devin Vassell paced them with 28 points, going 7 of 11 from behind the arc, while Wemby added 21 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Up next on the trip, Toronto will take on the Raptors tomorrow night. In the NFL, Dallas Cowboys executive vice president and son of Jerry, Steven, said the team will franchise George Pickens in the next week at a projected $28 million fully against the cap. He reiterated they want him in Dallas and are hopeful to get the deal done. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Vic had me potted down.
Sorry about that.
You said pot.
Yeah. What the hell's going on, Vic?
You said pot.
You said pot.
Yeah. He said pot.
Yeah. What was the word growing up for weed in your neighborhood? Was it pot? Weed?
Weed. Yeah.
Mota.
Mota?
Mota.
Mota.
No, it was just weed.
It was a Poteet Redbud.
I always thought it was funny when
got that good poteet stuff.
My dad would call it grass.
Grass, yeah.
He's like, you come in, your room smells like grass.
Smoking that wacky weed.
Your room smells like grass, boy.
It smells like dope.
Yeah, dope.
You kids on dope?
I don't have any heroin in here. What are you talking about? Room smells like grass, boy.
Is that a marijuana cigarette I see over there?
Open up your window. Grassing up the house.
Yeah. Grass.
That is
smoking grass.
That's a very 60s, man.
It really is.
Nobody helped me to that.
Yeah.
Give me 5.
Is that hemp I smell?
Yeah.
You smoking that rope?
Yeah. Now it's all nug.
Yeah, nugs.
Well, what was the other one that the kids called it that you hated? What was it? Hold on.
For what?
No,
marijuana?
like it was I remember you complaining about what they call it.
Oh, za.
Oh,
yeah.
Zaza.
There we
Zaza.
Do you have some za?
If you say za, I'm going to have to slap you.
Zaza.
Don't ever
Smoking
say
that Zaza.
Smoking some za?
Get out of here.
No.
I wish that my generation called it reefer.
Reefer, man.
That's what I like to
Yeah.
call it jokingly. Reefer. Let's go get some reefer, man. That's the funniest word for weed, I think.
Wow, man. If you say reefer, it has to come out man after.
Yeah. Let's get some reefer, man. Yeah. Ah, yes. A bunch of potheads around here. Not me, though.
Weed addicts.
Yeah, you guys are addicted to the devil's lettuce.
Maybe.
The green.
Maybe.
The greenery.
Reefer madness.
Oh, yes. We've
This
all
was,
got it.
Recorded this off my microphone.
You making some tea in there? Is that coffee?
That's it. You're brewing it up.
Yeah.
Brewing it up. Nick Sirianni was asked about A.J. Brown being an Eagle, and while the Cowboys are dealing with what they're dealing with George Pickens, which seems a little less contentious.
Bide your time. It could easily be just as contentious.
But yeah. The A.J. Brown drama is unique because Sirianni says there's mutual interest, but we're not guaranteeing anything. Here's Sirianni. He says, my expectation is he still wants to be here. And obviously you want good players like that in your building. As Howie said, it's hard to get good players in this league. AJ's a great player, and AJ's a good teammate, and AJ's a good person. Does he want to be here? Yes. Do I want him to be here? Yes. Will AJ be here next season?
No.
I think we're still in a spot like I can't guarantee how anything's going to play out in the next season.
He hates your quarterback,
I'm thinking I'm going to be the coach next season, but I can't guarantee you anything past tomorrow.
He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't. He'll be there with the right amount of money, but he hates his quarterback.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't want to play with Jalen Hurts, and I get it. I understand. Like,
well, you might like him personally, but he's got a quarterback that does not play to his strengths.
He also understands that his stock declines every time he's out there with A.J. Brown or without Jalen Hurts.
True. I mean, his has to have a giant catch radius. It's just a lot for him to deal with. I think he's done. I don't know what the hell Sirianni's talking about.
I think they're going to end up moving him. I think he's going to, and he's going to end up in a better spot. Now, it might not win him more games. He's going to end up in a better spot for him statistically. Mm-hmm. There's not many spots he could be where it'd be worse unless he were to go like back to the Titans or to the Raiders or some just disaster spot.
Well, I wouldn't discount the Raiders in this.
I wouldn't either. I know they're interested, but yeah, I wouldn't want to go there.
No, that's Devontae. Don't call Devontae.
Go play with a rookie quarterback. Yeah, I'm gonna be good on that, dog. But I think at least there's the assumption is you've got a potential for maybe a guy to break out with Jalen Hurts. I think A.J. Brown knows better than anybody. It is what it is.
And why? And if you're Philly, why invest so much money in a wide receiver you know you're not going to utilize, that you cannot use to his max potential because of the style you want to play? It seems silly, especially because I think Howie Roseman's a hell of a GM. I think he understands how to spend his money in the right places. And why would you overspend at wide receiver knowing full well I got an offense that is not designed to utilize you at your best?
And it's clearly not.
Well, it's not working.
No.
At least not last year.
They're a bad offense. Last year they were specifically a bad offense. And I think now that you see with the offensive line kind of crumbled and the run game's not as effective, now you're starting to see some of the flaws in Jalen's game. It's just I don't know. I can't imagine they're gonna keep rolling with that. They've got to find a way to get better. I think they saw last year we're not good enough.
Right.
There were 3 teams in the NFC West better than the Eagles. The Eagles were lucky they played in the NFC
All
East
of that
this year.
Absolutely true. And some of those wins were predicated on a silly trick play that is no longer important.
Right. They couldn't run.
Right.
It couldn't work for them. But we'll see. That's certainly something to keep an eye on. And it's what they get for him could,
you gotta
dictate
figure
what Pickens is worth.
Well, Buffalo has to be involved in the background of this.
They want to be.
Somehow.
Yeah, Buffalo would love to give up their first-round pick for an established receiver. the Bills don't want to play the let's draft a guy and see if we can grow him into something. They tried that with Keelan Coleman. Keelan Coleman stinks. Great kid. I love him. He sucks at football. But they want instant gratification. And sometimes that can bite you in the ass. When they traded for Stephon Diggs, who eventually bit them in the ass, the pick that they gave up turned into Justin Jefferson, who if they just done that, then it would have been great. But that's the thing. You got to be careful because you never know what the guy you're going to draft can turn into.
That's the Cowboys.
Or what the guy you trade for is going to turn into. But for the most part, I think most receivers in this league, with the exception of Stephon Diggs, would love to play with Josh Allen. That's something, I want my stats to look good. I'll go play with Josh Allen. Yeah, I think they're going to be interested in that. But I mean, the Ravens are in the same boat. I think the Ravens would love to trade for an A.J. Brown.
All of that. So now I get why Howie would talk him up. Like, hey, he wants to be here. He loves it here.
Oh,
we just got to find the number. Yeah.
And Howard Roseman said, you don't get better by subtracting great players.
So,
unless.
Wink, wink. I'll subtract a great player and add a great draft pick.
Only if we get a lot coming back our way.
I just can't imagine him being back in Philly. And the headache. I mean, maybe it's kind of like when women forget what the birth was. And they're ready to have another kid. Maybe you forgot how painful it was for a couple of games watching AJ pout on the sidelines when you needed him in there just to be the kind of threat that he was there to be. I just can't imagine them rolling it back because now teams are gaining on him. I mean, Washington might not be significantly better, but the Giants are. They're getting better, and the Cowboys are. You expect the defense to be back. They can't just rest on their laurels. And AJ is a superfluous thing for what they want to do.
I think so too. The Olympics all wrapped up now. The daily average viewers in the United States.
I haven't seen these yet.
23.5 million.
Amazing.
The most watched Olympics since the 2014 Sochi Games. The average daily viewership was a 96% increase over the last Winter Olympics in Beijing, which only drew 12 million.
Wow.
Now, part of it, remember the Beijing, the time difference was so crazy that there was like you had to be up in the middle of the night to watch it.
Very
2
true.
in the morning or something?
Yeah, that was miserable.
It did make it a little bit easier, but there was for whatever reason, I was all in from the get-go, and I guess it was because during the day it was live and readily accessible.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Viewership data for the men's hockey gold medal game will come out today. So we'll find out how many people watch that. But according to the CBC, 8.7 million viewers watched the game in Canada.
There's only like 20 million in the whole country.
I know.
Right?
So I got a feeling that it did well in the U.S. I'm sure as well.
Considering the 5, 6, 7 a.m. puck drop.
Yeah, and remember the interest of hockey also in the U.S. travels from east to west. Mm-hmm. The least amount of hockey fans are on the West Coast. The most are on the East Coast.
So they got at 8 o'clock.
So I'm guessing the majority of the diehard hockey guys were up to watch this thing. I'm curious to see what that number is.
I hope it's huge. I really do. I want this to be one of those moments.
The women's gold medal game was watched by an average of 5.3 million viewers, peaked at 7.7 million during overtime. That's
huge, man.
For a women's sporting event, that is huge. February ends up being a pretty big month for NBC. The NBA All-Star Game, 8.8 million viewers. Now this, 23.5 million viewers per day on the Olympics. And, of course, 126 million viewers for the Super Bowl, all in the month of February.
All on NBC.
All on NBC. And NBC holds the rights to the Olympics through 2036.
What a month.
Yep. So good showing for.
What was the women's viewership for the championship again?
5.3 million viewers average, peaked at 7.7 million during overtime.
To give you an idea, I just looked up what's the average viewership of a big Monday basketball game. 1.6.
Yeah.
To give you an idea how many people tune in. That's huge. That's huge.
Now, mind you, there's one way to watch a big Monday basketball game. There's NBC, Peacock, USA Network, CNBC, all that.
And I think that's good. I like the dispersal channels. But the idea that, that's kind of, there's only one thing on Monday night if you're a sports fan for right now. I mean, it's basketball, either college or pro, and they're pulling that in a ladies' hockey game, women's hockey game, pulled that in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's huge.
I'd say they've got to be thrilled with what, and I can't wait to see these men's numbers. I'm sure they're huge. Now, the average Monday Night Football game is 16 million.
Yeah.
So it's still. It's all relative.
Yeah, shoot, we're all looking up at the NFL. So
yeah, but that means that the daily average for the Olympics, though, is higher than a Monday Night Football game, which is
I'll be damned.
Yeah, pretty impressive, man. That's it's a big deal for the Olympics, and again, a 95% increase from a year or from the last Winter Olympics. Again, I think a lot of that is because of the time difference between us and Beijing. But there's a time difference between us and Italy, too. It's just it comes on at a more manageable time here.
They've done a good job of finding events that we find interesting. I mean, the curling has its
They're
own
shoving
channel.
Curling down your
But
throat.
they gave it its own channel. I mean, if you wanted to see curling, you went to USA, and that's where it was all the time. So you didn't have to stay there. But now when you can tune in and you got half pipes and moguls and jumping and flipping, that wasn't part of the Olympics 15, 16 years ago. You had a couple of those X game events that they were trying out. But now it's thrilling viewership. You don't have to know the sport to sit down and watch it just because it's just absolutely incredible, the crap that they're doing. I saw a meme of all the U.S. men's curling team all standing on a platform where they froze Han Solo when he was getting ready.
Yeah.
So we're gonna freeze him in whatever that kryptonite stuff is, and we'll see him in 4 years.
Carbonite.
And carbonite. We're gonna put all those guys in carbonite. They're gonna look exactly the same in 4 years when we see them again.
Yes. We are the next Winter Olympics is going to be in the French Alps. That's in 2030, and then the one after that, 2034, back in Utah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Utah got it again. This is the fourth time the Winter Olympics fifth time it's been in the U.S. Twice in Lake Placid, once in Squaw Valley.
Oh yeah, that's 60s. Yeah.
Which is like Tahoe, and then twice now in. And I guess it makes sense because you don't want to build a new facility. You'd rather just upgrade a facility than build a whole new one.
Did you get a look at some
but
of
I'm surprised Denver doesn't have I don't know.
Well, the investment required to get into it, you'd have to decide that you want it, and you'll get it forever. But some of that stuff was so temporary. Like the ski jump hill, that's coming down.
It's gone probably already.
So I don't know what Salt Lake City did. Do they have? I know you have to have like a permanent bobsled rake. I mean, so I think that would be something you'd have to have. But everything else, if you got a mountain and a permanent bobsled, I think you could probably figure out how to host everything else.
Yeah. So 4 years from now in Europe, and then 4 years after that, it'll be back here in the U.S.
I'd endeavor to make a point to go see a Winter Olympics in Salt Lake. That might be.
I'd love to go see a hockey game there.
Yeah, might be a worthy. So we got 8 years.
8 years.
All right.
Rob,
I got a goal.
You know what? If this show lasts 8 years, I say we do it.
I think we should. We'll start the GoFundMe now.
Now, it's highly unlikely that this show lasts 8
I'm just hoping to be alive. I remember watching the Olympics in Montreal in 1976.
Montreal.
And they had just announced that Los Angeles was going to get the 1984 Olympics. And I thought, wow, that's going to be amazing. The United States. And it turned out to be pretty great. But I remember thinking all the way back then, you think so far ahead. You think, my gosh, that's 12 years from now or 8 years from now.
Yeah. Is that where Bruce Jenner won his?
Oh, that was Montreal. And he wore the Mickey Mouse shirt, and it was a big deal.
Was Howard Cosell commentating?
I'm sure he was.
Probably.
I'm sure he had it. But I remember watching Bruce turn the corner and win the decathlon and become a household name.
Well,
on the
little
Wheaties,
did we know.
It was on the Wheaties box.
We had no idea the turmoil behind the scenes. Bruce was in turmoil.
You'll never believe what's going to happen.
The fact that he managed to win the high jump wearing 3-inch pumps, I will never be able to. That's one of those
incredible.
That's one of those records never going to be broken.
That's why he beat it.
Wearing those thigh-high boots, winning the 110-meter hurdles. It was a remarkable thing to see.
It's funny. France, who's getting it here, France is getting it next.
France.
The first Winter Olympics that I remember was 1992, and that was the last time it was in France.
Albertville?
In Albertville, yeah. That's and it's so funny. I hear these names like of these towns, and the only thing I know is, they had the Olympics there, like Albertville, France, Lillehammer, Norway.
I remember that one very well.
Nagano, Japan, Sochi, Russia, places that I didn't even know existed before the Olympics, and now, I know that place exists.
The funny thing, the Italian Alps just hosted, and on the other side of the mountain, the French it's going to be within like 100 miles.
Yeah.
Just on the other side of the mountain, they'll have the other Olympics.
What was the place in Korea a few years ago?
Well, it wasn't just Seoul. It was
Pyeongchang.
Yeah.
Pyeongchang. Did I say that right, Vic?
No. How do I say it again?
Vic just said no.
Vic's our resident
Korean
Korean
there's
expert.
Pyongyang, but that's
Pyeongchang. Pyeongchang.
That's good enough. That's close
That sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Pyeongchang.
Pyeongchang.
I don't think they're going to have it in Russia.
Chong.
I don't think they're going to have it in Russia again anytime
I
soon.
don't
I
think
think
so.
they may have lost their privileges. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still working that wreck on the southeast side at 37 northbound approaching Fair Avenue. Right lane, off-ramp blocked. I-10 eastbound 1604, that's a stall onto the shoulder. 1604 westbound Nacogdoches to Bitters, that's still rolling a bit slowly. And 35 northbound Judson to Soames Road, about a 10-12 minute ride. On 35 southbound from Frostbank Center Drive on down to St. Mary's, that's rolling stop and go. Should take you about 10-12 minutes to get through. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible. It's time to take care of you. Who better to help you than the top voices in well-being on Audible? Kickstart your well-being journey with your first audiobook free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com/wellbeing.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
With Progressive customer service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve. Plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
Got hockey fever after the Olympics? The NHL season resumes tomorrow night after the Olympic break, and the Dallas Stars are in action, taking on the Seattle Kraken. Hi, Jason Minix here, inviting you to a Dallas Stars watch party at McIntyre's North Star location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars went into the Olympic break on a 6-game winning streak and are currently third in the Western Conference standings. At the watch party Wednesday night, you can register to win a flyaway trip to see the the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes airfare for two, a hotel, and 2 game tickets. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. And you could also win some exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear like hats and t-shirts. Stars in Seattle Kraken. Puck drops tomorrow night at 7 at McIntyre's North Star with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Get ready to refresh your routine. Ulta's 21 Plus Days of Beauty event is back starting March 6th. Over 250 beauty steals at 50% off. Find everything you need for the season. Keep an eye out for 50% off daily beauty steals from brands like Charlotte Tilbury and Billie Eilish. Score weekly beauty steals from your faves like Tarte and Live Tinted. Plus, say hello to Just Drop products from Rare Beauty and Natasha Denona. Plan your haul now on Ulta.com. Your spring reset awaits while supplies last. Conditions apply. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Hey, everybody. Good morning, San Antonio. Orale, as the kids say.
Did you see the article yesterday in the Express? They were asking, what's the worst intersection in all of San Antonio? Right now, there's somebody bitching at a light right now, and it was like 211 and Petranco out there in the far west side. You go too far, you fall off the planet.
I don't go there.
I don't go there because I think if you drive just past Hondo is the edge of the world. You just fall off.
Oh, yeah.
It's gone.
You just go to the other side.
That's not true. Once you go past Hondo, you get down to the hill country. That's like
You're heading into that desert scrub that no one likes. But yeah,
Frio River out there.
I don't go that direction. So if y'all are stuck out there, it's y'all's fault.
Okay.
No empathy at all. What's the worst intersection on your way in your neck of the woods?
I don't
hard
have
scrabble stone oak.
I don't have an intersection on my way in.
No slow. Yeah, you have 281. You don't have to deal with or 37.
No, 410 and 35.
410 and 35 for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to deal with 35.
Yeah.
I live out there where 1604 and 10. They've had all that mess, and the bad traffic's further west. And now that 1604 is fixed on its way to the east, all the way basically to 281.
Right.
I don't really run into bad traffic anymore. I don't have that 45-minute stoplight that people have to deal with. That would make me explode.
Yeah. I don't deal with daily a terrible stoplight.
That light at
like
Calabria,
months, right?
The Calabria light at 1604. I've driven by it. I've never had to sit in it. Looks like an utter freaking nightmare.
Yeah, I feel pretty lucky because I think on 1604, I've got about 5 miles east and 5 miles west that's clear.
Yeah.
And if I go any further than that, it's a disaster. You know,
Look for shortcuts.
Yeah.
Well, anybody on that I-35 corridor from here to New Braunfels, what a mess, man. Y'all are in for decades of trouble.
Rob, the most famous nerd.
We're all.
The nerds are mourning.
Mm-hmm.
It's a terrible time. Robert Carradine dies at age 71.
Yes, sir.
This is terrible.
71?
Yeah.
Wow.
He took his own life.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. According to this story, yeah. Took his own life.
Well, this...
2 decades of bipolar disorder, and apparently it ultimately got the best of him. It says, with profound sadness, we must share that our beloved father, grandfather, uncle, and brother, Robert Carradine, has passed away. In a world that can feel so dark, Bobby was always a beacon of light to everyone around him. We are bereft at the loss of this beautiful soul and want to acknowledge Bobby's valiant struggle against his nearly 2-decade battle with bipolar disorder. We hope this journey can shine a light and encourage addressing the stigma that attaches to mental illness. At this time, we ask for your privacy to grieve this unfathomable loss with gratitude for your understanding and compassion.
Did you ever see Christine?
Oh, yeah.
About the car?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Scary movie.
Just that's sad. I enjoyed his work. I didn't see him much in the later years, but what he did do, I enjoyed.
Yeah, a brother of David Carradine.
Kung Fu?
Yes, who also...
He went down a different way, though.
Took his own life,
Kinda.
but maybe accidentally.
Accidentally. He was the autoerotic asphyxiation. He did something weird.
Oh, okay.
They found him with his hand on something and his neck and something else.
Ah.
Yeah, he accidentally hung himself while he was,
Well, he was during his kink.
He was
during his kink.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Well, yeah.
You ever catch me in something like, please, cut me down.
Yeah, I'll cut you down, Rob.
Yeah, rearrange it.
If I ever find you like that, I'll make it look like a murder scene.
Please.
I'm going to say, someone's got to pay for this. They put his they put his underwear around his ankles.
Look what they made him do.
They choked him to death.
Look what that poor guy had to do.
He fought his ass off.
Now, how he did it hanging onto a closet door, I don't know, but it seemed like a valiant fight.
I'll get you away from the closet. I'll get you away from the
Cut
closet.
me down.
Yeah, I know you don't need that. Yeah, but a terrible, sad thing that happened here. This is also a different kind of terrible, sad thing. I can't believe. Did you know that? Do you know who Moby is?
The musician, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that Moby was in a relationship with Natalie Portman?
What?
That's what I said.
Princess Amidala?
Yes.
No.
When he was 33 and she was 18 in 1999, they dated. Now, Moby spoke about it in a recent interview. He claimed this in a book. And Natalie Portman has come out and completely denied it. She says, I'm surprised to hear him characterize the very short time that I knew him as dating, because my recollection is a much older man being creepy with me.
Oh, I was thinking, as an older dude, I was like, maybe I got a shot here.
No.
Oh, he was just being creepy.
Yeah, she said he was just an old man who was really creepy with me.
Just hanging around, and he called it a relationship.
Yes, and he says, I completely respect Natalie's possible regret in dating me. To be fair, I would probably regret dating me too, but it doesn't alter the actual facts of our brief romantic history. It's hard for me to make sense of her denying this.
It's just very strange.
He said the incident seems like a sour episode between two people who seem decent. Insofar as I'm capable of perspective on that, I don't disagree with what you're saying. Portman says she met Moby when she was a fan attending one of his concerts. When we met after the show, he said, let's be friends. He was on tour and I was working, shooting a film, so we only hung out a handful of times before I realized this was an older man who was interested in me in a way that felt inappropriate, is what she says.
I think I believe her. I think he thought there was something happening and there wasn't.
You know why I don't believe her? What 18-year-old girl is a fan of Moby?
That's a weird choice.
There's no way.
Yeah, he looked weird.
Well, Moby's not a bad musician, but
an 18-year-old
girl?
Yeah,
I don't see that, man. I think
What year was this again?
It's 99.
1999.
This isn't Moby, by the way.
It's one of them, Body Rock.
This isn't one of his?
This isn't Body Rock. This isn't the Moby Body Rock.
This isn't Moby's Body Rock.
This is Moby's Body Rock
What?
with a remix.
Oh, this is the Gotham
remix,
City mix.
maybe. Okay, yeah.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know.
After Portman, it just fell apart for him.
It must be it. That was the end
quite
of it.
the same.
Yeah.
You get Princess Amidala, you don't come back from that.
That's what happens.
Look what
when you
happened to
have
Darth
Anakin.
Vader. Look what happened to that
You
dude.
got to battle with Anakin on that one.
Anakin disappeared after those movies.
Well, you remember Eminem roasted him in a song, and that was pretty much the end of him.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You're too old. Let go. It's over. Nobody listens to techno. He called him a 36-year-old bald-headed.
Which he was.
Yeah, but he wasn't the other word if he was doing it with Natalie Portman.
Maybe that was his beard.
So do you think he got her?
No, I don't.
Not even once?
I don't think so. I think he tried.
I mean, that would that notch on your belt. 18-year-old Natalie Portman.
Yeah, we're talking about the Princess Amidala years when she was wearing the golden bra. Hanging around with Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, my.
Running with Jar Jar. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. But first, Jar Jar and Death by Boonga Boonga.
I bet Moby had her.
Think so?
Of course, I like to speculate on things like that.
I don't know.
It's very.
She was pretty, probably pretty unattainable. But didn't she go to Harvard? I think she was probably slummed with and he was always kind of an intelligent dude. Maybe she was slumming with a smart.
He was
musician.
he was also a big star at the time.
Yeah. Well, as big as Moby ever got. Anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah, as big as he could be. This is a story my mom actually sent me, which is
right. She's solving crimes down on the coast.
Quite terrifying. This happened in Henderson, Kentucky. A Kentucky man was arrested.
Oh, what is this? The bear?
Yes.
Dude, I hope this is not real. I hope this is not real. But I think it's real.
Alan Osborne was taken into custody after.
You listening, Vic?
I'm listening.
All right.
He was caught engaging in sexual relations.
What?
Wait till you hear the recipient.
Okay.
Like he was on the side of the road having relations.
Roadkill.
Roadkill?
But wait until you hear the recipient.
A dead deer.
He was dressed as a bear.
Central City PD said a man was driving through an area in Muhlenberg County when he noticed a man having sex with a deer on the side of the road. That man called 911, and when law enforcement arrived on the scene, they reportedly found him covered in deer fur and blood. He was arrested and charged.
How'd you like to be the arresting officer in this one?
Yeah.
I would have drove by.
I don't even
been
like,
I'll be back.
What do you do?
I'm going to have to go put on a hazmat suit.
And this guy's picture is...
Oh, I know. This dude.
I mean, this is
Oh, yeah.
What on earth?
And he can't even look at the camera taking his mugshot. He looks down. He's shamed.
Who's that guy from Spider-Man that goes, "You're not going nowhere"?
That's Macho Man.
Yeah, Macho Man. That's what he looks
going
like.
nowhere, brother.
You roll up on a
I
dude.
got you for 3 minutes.
That's God, that is a... That looks like Macho Man 2 years after he died.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You roll up on a dude humping a roadkill deer on the side of the road. Just use one of your 45 rounds. Just into here, man. There's no need to go back to the house.
I saved the taxpayers.
This dude's
a
all
bunch
over
of
this
money on
deer.
this
I'm just
one.
going to take care of little prairie justice for all the other deer that have been molested by this dude.
Like if you had said what's more believable, this story or the guy or Moby having sex with 18-year-old Natalie Portman.
I'd say Moby laid some pipe. I was going to say
that would be legal
in the context. I was going to use the whale's name, but I didn't think it would be appropriate.
You notice?
I didn't want to go.
You know what I just noticed about this mugshot? So on the mugshot, he's standing next to the height thing. Did you notice how tall he is?
Well, they called him a bear, like he was huge. Oh no, he's 5'4".
This dude's
a
5'4".
He's a little troll.
I thought when I first saw it, I thought it was 6. I assumed, this is a huge dude who's like.
I'm telling you, you roll up on a dude humping a roadkill deer. I'm telling you, I don't know what you do. I quit. It was a good run. I'm out. I've seen it all.
Oh God!
He's
what are you
one
doing?
of those little people in The Witcher.
Oh, so yeah. Oh God!
I mean,
I quit.
You're the worst person.
You're literally the worst person on this planet.
You're the worst person. Yeah, this is not a. What are you in for?
Well, she was cute. Let me start with that. You like brown eyes? I'm a big fan of brown eyes.
I don't even know if the deer was a boy or a girl. It doesn't say in the story.
Wow.
I'm going to assume the negative on that one.
I
think he molested a formerly straight buck.
I mean, if you did that, you probably shouldn't tell them in the bunkhouse because then they're going to think that's the way you roll.
Hey, I'm not gay. It was a doe.
Yeah.
I'm not weird.
I'm not gay. It was a girl deer.
It was a girl deer.
You ever had deer?
That's the... I don't know, man. I don't know.
Also, Florida man. Man's in jail accused of shooting and killing his 83-year-old wife during an argument in their Orlando home. William Simmons, he's 80, is charged with first-degree murder after he reportedly ended the dispute by shooting his wife, who he said has been struggling with dementia. That seems a little unfair.
A little late.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't forget how to load the gun.
Simmons told investigators the argument was about a cruise and that his wife kept calling him a name that he found triggering. He said he went to the bedroom closet, pointed the gun at her, and shot her in the kitchen. He said he'd rather live in prison than continue dealing with her. That's a terrible thing, but
that's about 40 years of just.
Hey, I can relate.
Hey, man,
he said, you know what?
I can relate.
Give me prison. Give me prison, man. I love the old one. I can't deal with this one. I can't deal with this one.
Just live out my days.
Yes, it's enough. Enough already.
What's your defense? Just take a look at it.
Yeah, this woman.
I got a couple of it. Look,
I can't live with her anymore.
Look at that. No.
Yeah. All right, let's take our final break of the day. When we come back, we will wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Round up your foursome, your work crew, your weekend golf buddies, even the ladies, and get ready for a fun, laid-back day at the Golf Club of Texas. Monday, March 30th. Lock in a team for just $500 for a foursome, or jump in solo for $150 per player and spend the day talking trash, crushing drives, and laughing your way around the course. This isn't a stuffy golf club tournament. It's golf the way it should be. The Spring Golf Classic benefits feeding animals at no-kill shelters across Texas, so you're having a great time for a great cause. Presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Shun Club, PPL Motorhomes, and Ancira.com. And when the last putt drops, the day is just getting started. Join us for the after party at the 90 Proof Bar at Lucky Ranch Road and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and all the post-round storytelling you can handle. So pick your team, claim your spot, and tee up with San Antonio's Sports Star. Sign up your foursome now at sasportstar.com.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Well, Joel, it's my favourite time of the year. It's rodeo time, and I've got the best quarter moon marketing idea ever. It's all about branding. So I've got this. It's called a branding iron.
Folks, you don't need a branding iron to remember Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quarter Moon has the expertise, local talent, and fast, reliable service.
So how does the branding iron work?
Well, are those new pants?
Yes. Why?
Turn around.
Turn around my...
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899.
License number M16004. TACLA 141074E. Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Didn't meet your goals in January? At Synergenics and Low T Center, they're extending their New Year's promos. Book a free T test and pick up discounted peptides and GLP-1s. They work with most insurance plans. Go to lowtcenter.com or Synergenics.com and book your appointment today.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya, guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
The Baltimore Ravens have just hired an offensive coordinator. It is Bears offensive coordinator, Declan Doyle, or Declan Doyle, however you want to say it.
Is it Declan?
Declan, maybe. Could be. It's spelled Declan.
Declan.
It's Declan. Declan.
Let's go with Declan.
All right, we'll go with Declan. He's a white guy. I don't know. I'm just saying. I digress.
Obviously.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Ooh, yeah. Hey, everybody. Good morning. We're wrapping it up here.
Say almost good
on
afternoon.
A Tuesday. I love it. I love it. Hey, some real big hitting football news. The UFL announced today that they are eliminating the tush push. There will be no more tush pushing in the UFL. They also announced, this is also big news. Hold on to your butts. All right. The UFL also announced that 60-plus yard field goals will now be worth 4 points. So the times they are a-changing. Big news in the UFL. So everyone get very excited, please. Very exciting times.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Can't wait to seize those 4-point field goals.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I just got the weirdest text. I just got uninvited to the rodeo. My wife just told me that I'm not going to the rodeo tonight, that she has given my ticket to somebody else.
What?
I literally just got a text.
Yeah,
my
because
wife's like, hey, I'm going to go with my friend tonight to the rodeo, so don't worry about it. I'm like,
Do you think she heard?
uninvited.
Do you think she heard you talking about that guy killed his wife? It was like I'd rather be in prison.
I think Alma heard me talking about it and called her.
No,
But no,
you
she's
spent too much money in Vegas.
she's
You're
like,
not going.
hey, honey, I'm going. Don't worry about the rodeo tonight. I'm going.
Really?
I got uninvited, just like that, like just flippantly, just tossed to the curb.
Is it Dirk's Bentley night?
No, it's 49 Winchesters.
Okay.
A Winchester 49 or
Whatever it is. If you don't.
49 Winchester.
Yeah.
See, you don't even
I'm just saying.
Well, just text her back saying, bring me back a funnel cake.
Just bring me a funnel cake and a turkey leg, and we'll call it equal.
That's all you really wanted to
Like
go
just kind of
for.
flippant. Like, oh, don't worry about it. You know that date night we had? I'll go with a friend. All right, honey. I'll be at home.
Yeah, that'll be.
I'll be at home with the chickens.
I'll be
Yeah,
there.
I'll just be over here if you need me.
Don't you worry.
Don't you stop loving me.
I'll be fine.
Are you going to send her text while she's there, like with hearts and
Yeah.
everything? Like, do you miss
Look, I
me?
cleaned the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. The house is clean.
You know that thing we were doing tonight? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And don't wait up.
You're not welcome here anymore.
I don't mean to digress. But if you're doing anything tonight, I'm free.
Yeah.
If I got any plans, I'm free now.
Yeah, man. I feel like
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel you're all right?
Just stay home.
All right. No big deal. Garbage, man. It sucks.
Hey.
Man, what a way to get a text.
That ain't right.
I know. She didn't even call
I don't
you.
feel right.
Well, that big stuff we've been planning on for 3 weeks. Don't worry about it.
Who do you
I'm
have?
going.
AJ Lee or Becky Lynch at the Elimination Chamber?
AJ.
That's who I'm going for.
Good grief. That's a hold right there. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
maneuver.
Look at that.
That's
Oh my
my.
God.
I was planning on that tonight.
That's
That's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
That's my wife's finishing.
Well, maybe
move.
she will. She'll come home a little toasty.
Finish with
Oh
a
wait,
swirl.
that's AJ Lee. No, I like the redhead. I like Becky Lynch.
Oh, okay.
I like that redhead.
Who's this? Rebecca Quinn. Quinn?
That's Becky Lynch, WWE.
Oh.
That must be Becky Lynch's. Wait a minute. Did she give her real government name?
Rebecca Quinn with the check mark.
What?
Oh. And it's only one end.
I'm now going to stalk her.
You're telling me she's like Becky Lynch isn't her real name?
She looks like Mia Khalifa.
Who's that, Vic?
Vic, who is that?
Who is
What are you
this
talking
person
about?
that you speak of?
You don't know who Mia is?
No.
Inform us.
Oh, Vic. All right. Enough of this. Let's do the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Oh, she's a talented chef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
interested. Maybe
Yeah.
you color me
You
interested.
whoop your ass and cook you a fine meal.
Yes, she would.
Lots of big games in college hoops tonight. Miami of Ohio they put their undefeated record on the line. They are 10.5-point road favorites at Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan's garbage.
Yeah, that's
they ain't gonna stop that train. And Miami of Ohio keeps playing like they've got to win. I think they know they do. They're about one loss away from being on the bubble again. So
at some point, I'm going to watch a whole game. I haven't seen them play a whole game yet.
They're not very good.
I mean, they must be something to them. You don't go this long not being pretty damn good.
You play in the MAC. Duke's at Notre Dame. Duke is a 17.5-point road favorite. I would love to find a reason to fade Duke here, coming off their biggest win of the year, going into Virginia this weekend. But Notre Dame is dreadful. From a talent standpoint, I can't back Notre Dame. They're really bad. I think this is a really good game on the ACC network tonight. NC State's at Virginia, a couple of tournament teams. These are good, high-caliber teams. Be careful with Virginia because they also have Duke on deck.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a good team, man. Virginia's very good and getting better. Cincinnati's at Texas Tech. Texas Tech is a 6.5-point favorite.
Man, I like Tech, and I don't know why.
I don't trust them anymore. They look good game one without Toppin, but it just doesn't feel sustainable.
And I wonder if Cincinnati now can call it a season.
Well, I mean, they won their Super Bowl.
They got the Kansas win, and they can call it a month.
St. Louis, 3.5-point favorites on the road at Dayton. They are 25-2, 13-1 in conference. Short favorite today at Dayton, who's one of the other at least respectable A-10 teams. Here's a dog I'm interested in tonight. Minnesota.
Yep.
Minnesota going to Michigan, 21.5-point underdogs.
too much.
The total is 145.5. That's a really low total when you're asking someone to cover by 22 points. And Medved, his whole goal is to make the game go as slow as possible.
And they're huge. They're a big basketball team. Not very quick, but they're big. They defend the edges. They're getting better. This is going to be a good team in a couple years. Michigan is far and away better. They ain't 21 points better.
That's where I'm at. So I'm going to take Minnesota plus 21.5 tonight.
I like it.
And try and hope that they can hang on. Arizona's at Baylor. Is Arizona looking for a get-right spot here?
Yeah.
8.5-point favorites at Baylor. Baylor, who, man, it's so weird having a Drew team that sucks on defense.
I watched them play. They're just their defense is bad because they have zero offense. It's three shots and hope they can offensive rebound for a layup and get back in time. They scrap hard. They really do. They're going to come at you. They just don't have enough of how to play basketball. They want to play. They just don't know how to play.
Well, on a physicality standpoint, they're going to be overwhelmed here.
Yeah.
Iowa State's at Utah. They are 12.5-point favorites on the road. This is the second end of the Mountain Road trip where they just got their ass kicked. Iowa State did at BYU.
I kind of like this.
Now they followed up at Utah.
Utah is not good.
They're bad.
They're bad.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But that's a big old number.
Yeah. I kind of lean their way too. It's tough playing out there, man.
Yeah.
Tennessee, number 22, Tennessee, they're 3.5-point favorites at Missouri. I don't know what to make of Missouri. So sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. I haven't figured them. They're one of my toughest teams to figure out. I'll say that.
What do you think about Tennessee? I'm almost on the same boat. I keep waiting for them to be better.
When I watch Tennessee, I just watch one guy, and I'm fascinated by what he's able to do. But they're tough on defense. It's tough to get scoring out of them. Their backcourt play is not good enough to last in the tournament.
They're not as good as I thought they were going to be.
No. And then BYU in the nightcap, they are 12.5-point favorites hosting Central Florida. That's the big nightcap game. In the association, Spurs take the night off because when you win, you get the night off, apparently.
Take an ice bath.
Oh, well, we don't have much time. But the Knicks, 4.5-point dogs at Cleveland. Thunder. You can get the Thunder tonight as an underdog. Plus 1.5 at Toronto.
Go take OKC. They're going to take them.
Okay. All right. That does it for us. The Blitz will come up at 2. They'll be on until 6. They'll talk you all the way to Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow and do it all over again. You guys have a good day.
.94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.